Hello, good morning and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM, hits 103.9 FM in Accra, on Love 99.5 in Kumasi, myjoyonline.com. We're also live in all 16 regions of Ghana on X Spaces and Facebook. Coming up, President Mahama orders trade ministers to ensure the U.S. tariff on Ghanaian exports is addressed as it affects key exports under the AGWA initiative.
President has charged us to ensure that all efforts are made to ensure this problem is addressed. Once we have his blessings, if he has to intervene, he will certainly do that.
Well, we'll hear from him and we'll hear from Ghanaian business owners in the USA who fear the tariff will impact trade volumes in business.
Well, we'll have more on AGOA. All exports to the US under the Free Trade Pact will now attract 10% import tariff. More on the Joy Business Report.
And President set to begin consultations with the Council of State on petitions against the Chief Justice as pressure mounts on him for expedient determination. Also in this bulletin, we'll take you to Siru Basic School in the Wild West District, where pupils and teachers risk snake and scorpion bites just to learn.
Every now and then, teachers and pupils are chased out of the class by snakes. Snakes have to chase a teacher in the class out there from the mango tree, even the main class.
These and more coming up with me, Mami Sinyamiche Thompson. Stay for details. And this morning, Deputy Trade Minister Samson Ahi has disclosed that President John Mahama has ordered his office to address the 10% tariff recently imposed on Ghanaian exports by US President Donald Trump. On PM Express, the Bodi MP said the president considers the matter one of national importance and has given his full support for any strategic action needed to get the tariff scrapped. Mr. Ahi's remarks follows a high-level meeting with US Ambassador to Ghana, Virginia Palmer. He says the fight will begin with AFTA's meeting next week.
As Africans, we have agreed to fight this collectively. And so on the 14th of this month, AFTA is organizing a meeting with African trade ministers to look at this situation.
Is the president going to be involved directly in this conversation to Trump directly?
What I can say is that the president has charged us to ensure that all efforts are made to ensure that this problem is addressed. And I'm sure that once we have his blessings, if he has to intervene, he will certainly do that.
You had the Deputy Trade Minister Samson Ahi. We've also been hearing from businesses who fear the tariff will severely impact their trade.
It's going to affect our export. The reason being that the price is going to be higher. So the consumers, the buyer also, the distributor also is going to pass on the cost to the consumer.
Okay, so we as an organization not so much concerned about the cost because this is a cost that will be transferred to the end consumer, right? So it's more of making your product less competitive on the market.
And depending on how you look at tariffs, it can be good, it can be bad. Now, if you're a country that depends heavily on imports, without having much to bring on the table, then this will be a negative impact to you.
And here there are some businesses who fear that tariff will severely impact their trade. Now, President John Mahama is set to open consultations with the Council of State on petitions for the removal of Chief Justice Gertrude Torkornoo. Her ladyship submitted her preliminary response to the president yesterday following weeks of intense public interest that raised constitutional questions about the procedure for handling such high-level complaints. Private lawyer Martin Pibu is calling for swift action and clearly defined timelines to resolve the matter.
In the J2 case, the justices stated that the rules of court committee, they should come out with new rules on this. Yes, and the rules should have put out the, timelines. I think those ones indirectly influence the time that was given to the Chief Justice to respond. You see, she even asked for 7 days, and the president made it 10 days. So, in French, I hope that in the following processes, maybe they'll be looking at the OSC Act and taking inspiration.
Mr. Pebu is also throwing his weight behind calls for a new constitution that strips the president of the power to appoint and remove the Chief Justice.
You see, when Chief Justice Torkornoo was qualified for this. This is one of the things he mentioned, that the president should not have a role in the discipline of judges. This removal, these proceedings, Article 146.
You agree with that?
Oh, absolutely, I agree. So in the new constitution, we'll be looking forward to that amendment. And so for Kufu, who is on the Council of State, has also made it clear that in the new constitution, a president should not be appointing a chief justice and justices of the Superior Court.
And you heard Martin Pigbu in an interview with Evans Mensah. Now, the former Lands Minister Samuel Abu-Jinapor is demanding accountability from state institutions over the mysterious disappearance of drones meant to monitor illegal mining. He's also calling out the now defunct Inter-Ministerial Committee on Illegal Mining and the Minerals Commission to explain the missing equipment, which was once hailed as crucial to the fight against Galamsey. His demands follow current Lands Minister Emmanuel Amoah Kofi-Boah's revelation that there's no evidence that drones ever existed.
I know that using modern technology is very critical in this work, and I think from here I'm going to see some geofencing activities you guys have done here and see how we can even make it bigger and expand it. Yes, there was reports of drones and other things. We interministerial committee, but I can tell you that it's probably part of the things we are looking at. I have not seen the drones since I became a minister, and I don't know exactly where they are. Maybe Mr. Isi will tell me where they are.
Well, former Lands Minister Samuel Abu-Jinapor says the drones weren't handed over to him, insisting that the Minerals Commission should answer.
I became minister, there was no handing over, notes which suggested that drones had been bought. Neither were there any drones handed over to me as minister. Multiple times, and my response has always been the same. Just as the minister the honorable minister Minister Boa is indicating that nothing like that was handed over to me, and these drones were supposed to have been bought during the tenure of the Interministerial Committee by Professor Frimpong Boateng. And if there's a place where you should always find records of mining, it should be the Minerals Commission.
Now, at Siru Basic School in the Wa West District, classrooms have become a danger zone. Snakes and scorpions attack pupils and teachers, while the straw classrooms offer little protection. Emmanuel Jiveno has more in our education series, Crumbling Start.
Children here love to learn. Their thirst for knowledge is unquenchable. But the school they attend is a reflection of the challenges they face daily.
We don't have a school structure, so most of the classrooms sit under trees. We construct huts almost every time for people to sit.
The classrooms, built with straws and rudimentary materials, have become a haven for reptiles. Snakes, scorpions, and other creatures share space with the pupils, making every day a gamble with nature.
The environment is not child-friendly. Every now and then, teachers and pupils are chased out of the class by snakes. Snakes have to chase a teacher in the class out there from the mango tree. Even the main class, a snake have to chase myself and my people. It fell right from the ceiling, and it has been happening often. So it is just God.
We are trying to fix our structure. I just had a listen. So when I checked, it was a scorpion. Tomorrow time you look around, when there's something coming, time we realize a snake will be in the classroom. So as we are sitting like this, but we are not comfortable. So we are sitting and then we will look. Tomorrow time we just check around. They're also part of Ghana, and they also need a structure to live on.
Siru Basic School's cry for help is not just a call for infrastructure. It is a call for the future of Ghana's children. Emmanuel Jiveno, Joy News, Siru Wa West District, Upper West Region.
Well, Crumbling Start is in partnership with School for Life. More on this in our subsequent bulletins. That's how we bring the bulletin this morning to an end on Joy 99.7 FM. I am Amazing Amateur Thompson. Up next is Business on the Super Morning Show.
Oh, jump on now.
Go, the go. Gugomi, at what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I'll go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make I feel the gobe too small.
The go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
See, your rich auntie gets more from Absa. Your childhood friend gets more from Absa. Your favorite uncle gets more from Absa. Your roommates gets more from Absa. Digital solutions get more from Absa. Rewards we bring get more from Absa. 5-star treatment get more from Absa. Preferential rate get more from Absa. Easy banking and no ane Absa. Instant loans and no ane Absa. Bank papa party and no ane Absa. FTK account and get more from Absa. Yes! Join thousands of Absa customers enjoying priority treatment, preferential rates, amazing rewards, and seamless digital solutions to help you write the next big chapter of your story. Sign up for an Absa account today and get more. Your story matters. Absa.
How secured are you? Let me ask you again. How secured are you? Say yes loud with confidence when you are protected by Millennium Insurance, because it gives you great reliability and comfort. Sign on any of our products today, be it motor, fire, burglary, accidents, travels, bonds, liabilities, engineering, marine and aviation insurance. Visit our offices in Accra, Northridge, Tema, Kumasi, Kofridia, Takrady, or any of our 30 agents nationwide. Call 0302-766-631 or 0504-394-997.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
Reliable, check. Comfort, check. Strong, check. Tough, check. Tried and tested, check. Affordable, check. Comes in so many colors and sizes, check. Suitable for domestic and industrial use, check. Choose quality, choose Syntex Tank. Available nationwide and comes with 7-year warranty. And remember, Syntex Tank is a caring brand too. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
Brush your teeth every day and night. Up and down and all around. Brush it clean and bright. Brush your teeth. Brush with mom and dad. Underneath and in between. Brush the germs away.
Pepsodent, cavity protection.
For 10 times stronger.
This advert is FDA approved.
What's your dream this year? To pull up in a brand new 4-wheel ride? Or you want to travel? Where? Sentosa Island in Singapore? Or Desert Safari in Dubai? Or you want a laptop, microwave, brand new phone, TV? Chale, what you want, you can get with SG Ghana. Minya Ubecha 7Y. Join the SG Ghana Deposit and Drive promo and you could win the grand prize of a brand new Toyota RAV4. Simply deposit 500 Ghana cedis or multiples of it into your SG Ghana account from now till 30th May 2025. Non-customers can open an account to participate. Visit your nearest branch or call 0302-214-314 for further inquiries. This promo is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Right, so welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM and the 6 a.m. news brought to us by Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Your story matters. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner, and Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Which means we can now bring you the Joy Business Report, brought to us by MNC Properties, a member of MNC Group. MNC Properties, choice of class. Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature. And Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. Akbafu.
Hey, morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. You?
I'm fine. I mean, it's another day. It's just 3 days to Friday.
Is that how you calculate and try to ease the stress? You know, it's like 3 days to Friday. So we are getting there.
You know, mostly weekends.
It's Tuesday.
Yes, weekends I get to. I go to the farm where there's no traffic. You know, there's a lot of trees around, and then it's refreshing. Refreshing when you are there. You know, not the usual.
I can imagine
honking and whatever, bustling. You know, Accra. No.
Very serene.
Very serene. Yeah.
And you eat from the farm. I guess.
Fantastic. Last time we had duck and okra.
Oh my God.
Yes. With
I don't know how that tastes.
With a wok plan.
Oh wow.
Yes, but normally you probably would. Sometimes would have chicken. You know, sometimes we do that with wagashi and fried fish. You know, with hot pepper.
I'm just wanting to know, dark chicken. How does it taste vary?
Well, I'm the worst person to ask that question because certain things are best felt.
Wow, I have to experience it.
Yes, you have to experience it.
I see.
Does duck taste better than chicken?
It's difficult for you to tell, so I guess
maybe we'll do it this way. You have the chicken and you have the duck, you know. So you pick a bit of the chicken, pick a bit of the duck, and then you compare and find out the difference in it. But it's always refreshing when you go to the farm.
To the farm. Well,
yes.
Speak of the farm, you're talking about food inflation.
Yes, we're talking about food today. You see, because we have. The rains are with us. The rains have started. Like we say in Ghana, the rains are with us. A lot of people will be concerned about flooding. But we are concerned about food. Because the basic principle theory is that if there's abundance of food, it certainly will lead to a reduction in inflation. It's that simple.
Yeah.
If there's abundance of food, you can have food in the right quantities and to have the right nutrients needed. Unfortunately, what I have realized, and today I have with me, the CPI for March 2025. Ginger, price change year on year, 137.4%.
What's contributing to that?
Thank you very much. You've asked a very important question. If you have it, if you have the ginger,
yeah,
okay, and if you have it abundantly, the simple thing is that person who's produced too much ginger wouldn't sell it at a higher price.
Yeah, but we produce it here in Ghana, right?
We do.
Yeah.
If it doesn't cost him so much to produce the ginger, you see. And I'll use myself as an example. We used to buy feed, because it's very expensive. Using maize for instance to feed your pigs, because you're looking at a bag of maize at 600, 700 Ghana cedis. It's expensive. You can't do that. So you probably would look for rice bran and wheat bran. So rice bran, we used to buy it at around 65 Ghana cedis. Then it moved to 75, 80 Ghana cedis. Now wheat bran that we're buying for 70. Moves to 90 Ghana cedis. Now, the animals are also eating. In fact, if they tell you eat like a pig, it's such an insult. They're eating. So eventually, because the cost of production is high, I'd have to, I would have to recoup whatever I've put in it. And in order to do so, I'd increase the price. It is the reason the price of live weight, farm gate price, moved from 30 to 35 cedis when it comes to pigs.
So how do we bring the cost down?
That's a conversation we must have today.
Yeah.
And we will set the tone nice.
134% increase in price for ginger.
But that's okra. I'm talking about what we normally say okra. 94%.
94%.
Yes.
And this is supposed to be like something that is,
my brother,
common, like it should be available for everybody.
Gobe. 75.6%. Dried pepper, red. 59.9%. How? Pepper. How? This is Ghana. We say we have too much land in abundance. What is the problem? because we've run a lot of schemes all aimed at enhancing our production of food. So what's happening over the period?
We're not really seeing the impact here.
It's a conversation we must have right here on the Super Morning Show. But, get in touch with us. Let's have a conversation. Join us on X. Use the hashtag JoySMS. And then on WhatsApp, 055-11-11997. Time now for the Joy Business Report with Darryl Kwao and the team.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up, all exports to U.S. under Free Trade Pact AGOA will now attract 10% import tariff, as latest revelation could present a major blow to the economy. Also coming up, IMF highlights huge arrears by government for last year as a major concern during ongoing fourth program review, as Auditor General is set to complete audit process in 6 weeks. Plus, government insists proposed revenue measures will help achieve end-year target despite removal of some taxes by Parliament, including the electronic transfer levy. Details coming up. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for being with us this morning. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidua on KT Radio. All products exported to the U.S. market under the Free Trade Pact AGOA will now attract a 10% import tariff. U.S. Ambassador to Ghana, Virginia Palmer, revealed this in a crunch meeting with government officials. Details in the following report.
The revelation by the U.S. Ambassador to Ghana, Virginia Palmer, corrects an earlier claim by government that exports under the Free Trade Pact AGOA are exempted from this 10% tax on all exports from Ghana. Government had argued that since the trade pact was supposed to end in September this year, Ghanaian exporters will have some time to strategize to lessen the impact of this challenge on the operations. The revelation may also come as a big blow, especially most small and medium-sized enterprises that were exporting to the U.S. under this initiative. It is also not clear for now whether goods even in transit could be also affected. There are concerns about the impact of this development on Ghana's earnings from these exports and how that could affect the local currency in terms of improved reserves for the Bank of Ghana. There are also issues about the impact of these developments on inflation and even the larger economy. The U.S. ambassador in the crunch meeting was, however, quick to add that oil and gas and other energy-related items are exempted from these tariff hikes.
Meanwhile, economist Professor William Boateng has been giving details about how this development will hit Ghana's economy and exports.
The price of your export in the destination country is going to go up. So it means that the consumers in US are going to buy your goods at least at 10% price hike on average. So let me put it that way. So if they were buying your goods at say $10, it means that they should expect that it will go to about $11. But not to go deeper into it, it depends on how important our exports are to the consumers in the US market. So that is where the effect will be. In other words, if we put everything together, it will affect the quantity because the demand for the product that we export is going to go down. There is another channel which is indirect. In Ghana, we also import some kind of intermediate products, capital goods from US. So when we import from them, we are going to import it at a higher price. And therefore, it will affect our economy in terms of the price being imported into our domestic market, and we could have some price hikes as far as our inflation is concerned.
Economist Professor William Boateng there. In a related development, government has revealed that it will explore the diplomatic channel to get the U.S. to review the import tariffs on Ghana. Samson Ahe is Deputy Minister of Trade and Agribusiness. He spoke on PM Express.
We briefed the president after the meeting. Myself and the Foreign Affairs Minister met with the president, and then we briefed the president, and he also largely believes that we should pursue the trade diplomacy to ensure that something can be done about the tariffs, because at the end of the day, if you compare the advantages that earned by Ghanaians as against the US, we will lose as against the US market. And for that matter, we believe strongly that it's not a time for us to fight. There's no trade war, even though we are not happy with the imposition of the 10% tariffs, but we think that we should adopt more friendly diplomatic way in trying to resolve the matter. But
Samson Ahi, the Deputy Minister of Trade and Agribusiness. Now, government spending for last year in terms of arrears and other commitment has come up strongly as a major concern for the IMF. These were some of the issues that came up strongly during the ongoing fourth program review by the fund. Here's George Jaffe with more.
The concerns by the IMF are coming at a time that provisional estimates have shown that Ghana missed out on most of these major indicators under the IMF program ending December 2024. The development has resulted in some pressure being put on government through the Auditor General to audit these numbers for last year. This is to help the IMF appreciate the areas that these monies were spent by government and whether it can be identified as cash or on commitment basis, and the impact of these developments on Ghana's total debt stock going forward. We understand that the Auditor General should finish his work in 6 weeks' time. That will still be enough to help the staff of the fund go to its board in terms of the progress made by Ghana under the IMF program. There are strong indications that Ghana may secure some waivers to help the country get that staff level agreement during this fourth review engagement that should end on April 15, 2025.
You're listening to the Joy Business Report. Now, government has maintained that proposed revenue measures in the 2025 budget will make up for the expected losses following the removal of some taxes. It's coming after President John Mahama signed the various bills seeking to remove some taxes, including the electronic transfer levy and other tax handles. However, there are fears that this will result in a huge revenue loss of more than 10 billion cedis for the year. But Deputy Minister of Finance Thomas Nyakwampim disagrees.
We have analyzed the tax refund account for over the past 8 years, and we have realized that over the period, an average of 43% of the funds accrued into the account is what is used for tax refund purposes. The rest of it, in fact 57% of it, is misapplied. And so we have taken a firm decision that we will not allow that chunk of money to be misapplied, and so it will be raked back into the consolidated fund for us to appropriate for the many things that Ghanaians need. And that is huge amount, in excess of 3.8 billion cedis. And so that is what we are using. And in addition to that, we have extended the Growth and Sustainability Act to 2028. And because the gold mining companies are making huge profits, we have increased the rate from 1% to 3%. So all these are going to give us additional revenue.
Deputy Minister of Finance Thomas Nyakwampim. Meantime, the Ghana Revenue Authority has exceeded its target for the first quarter of the year after posting 41 billion cedis against a set target of 36 billion. Acting Commissioner General of the authority, Anthony Akwesi-Sapon, says the GRA is adopting strategic measures, including widening the tax base to include the informal sector, especially in the Ashanti region. He was speaking to Joy Business after a visit to some tax service centers in Kumasi.
The entire first quarter performance for the whole country was impressive, and for Ashanti region, they exceeded the target that we gave to them. And I've already mentioned to them that is the beginning. And I do want to expect that, as they have done in the first quarter, they also deliver on the remaining quarter towards the entire national target. For the first quarter, the budget gave us 36 billion, but I'm happy to announce that we recorded 41 billion for the first quarter.
Acting Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Anthony Akwesi-Sapon there. Now, the Association of Ghana Industries is raising concerns about recent revelations that the Electricity Company of Ghana imported thousands of cables for distributing power in the country. The association statement noted that development demonstrates serious disregard for the country's local content laws, especially when industries in Ghana can produce these items. It is therefore calling on government to ensure that more robust measures are instituted to ensure that all state institutions comply with the laws. Now, today on Investor Eye, we stress the need to avoid clicking unknown links and conversations from unknown persons regarding the mobile money wallet. We hear from Chief Executive of Mobile Money Limited, Shaibu Haruna.
So we're just trying to use all means to clamp down on such people. We have come up with an initiative to create what we call the Securities Fraud committee that will bring, all the players in the law enforcement and the regulators in the digital space, so that we can rely on each other to clamp down on the activities of these fraudsters who are just scamming people all over the place.
All right, before we go, let's look at the markets. Commodity market this morning, crude oil increased to $65 a barrel, gold gained over $17, trading at $3,000 an ounce. Cocoa lost $520 to open trading at $7,996 a ton. On the currency market, the dollar going for 16 cedis. That's what some forex bureaus are offering their clients this morning. The British pound 20 cedis 45 pesos. The euro going for 17 cedis 50 pesos. Commercial banks quoting the dollar at 15 cedis 49 pesos. There's more news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Daryl Kwab. Thanks for listening. The Super Morning Show continues with Winston and the team. Don't go anywhere.
Thank you very much, Daryl. Okay, you want me to see what is happening to the city? I think it's at 16, right?
Yes, at 16 cities. I think yesterday we were at 16 cities, 10 pesos. So some improvement, and it might interest you. Crude oil prices also going down on the international market, $65 a barrel.
Okay.
So let's see. Fuel prices reducing in the country.
Let's see the next the pricing window. I look forward to that.
It looks good.
Yeah. Anyway. People say I said even gobe.
Even gobe. Well, it's a staple, right? It's something.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that, the boys call it concrete, concrete.
Yeah, I mean, it's affordable. It's supposed to be affordable and can take you throughout the day. You don't have to eat again.
Concrete. So when they say concrete, you actually add a lot of gari to the beans.
Oh.
Yeah. So when you eat that one, you drink plenty water. So the whole day
you're done for the day, right?
When we were at the university with Charlie, money no day, you go and buy some, Charlie. You didn't have a choice.
It's a lifesaver, right?
Oh, it is. It's a good meal. Anyway, let's have one for our inspirational song for this morning. One by Team Eternity Ghana, Testimony.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning.
Serenity Ghana. Good morning, Kojo. Good morning, George.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning, Winston. How are you?
Oh, we're fine. God is still in a miracle working business.
But you don't respect, though.
Why?
When you mention foods and other things, don't say even Gobe.
Oh, staple. I mean, everybody can. Everybody should be able to afford.
Do you know what Gobe did for us at Unity Hall?
No, that's why I stated. I told Darryl.
And in
that,
school, in junior high school,
at the
in
university,
senior high school,
at the university, we do concrete.
Yeah.
You know, you buy the beans small, then a lot of gari.
Yes, and
you drink water for the rest of the day.
And I am shocked that you are shocked at the inflation numbers for ginger.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
You're surprised, huh?
I'm surprised, yes.
Go to the Medina market, go to Agogbloshi, go to Kumasi Central Market, go to all the markets and ask about the prices of ginger now. They'll give you a handful for 50 cedis.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
You know, the last time my sister who works at the Ghana Standards Authority did her PhD and years ago and did a study on ginger, and I used to tease her that I a PhD in ginger. You know.
Was it Honorable Amoah Kumfi when he appeared before his veteran, and then was it this doctorate? Is it in crabology or whatever? I've forgotten. And there was one of the.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
you know, so I mean, I was just
ocean or something.
Oceanography.
No, he was studying crabs in the ocean. I can't be corrected. Somebody was struggling to understand for him to do a PhD in crabs.
Yeah, but when you look at the interconnections in the ecosystem, you realize that all these are important.
Yeah.
People are studying vultures, for example. The African vulture is going extinct, and that African vulture is your sanitation officer in the environment.
Yeah.
And they are going extinct. And so you need to understand and link some of these things to some of the diseases, some of the pests we have to deal with, and some of the imbalances within the space.
And you know, later on the show, we need to understand why these things are happening.
Yeah.
Because I mean, while preparing for the show, then I was shocked. Because then as I went through the numbers, you know, ordinarily when you are a pig farmer, you think about your feed and you say, the price of feed is increasing by the day.
Yeah.
Every now and then there's shortage. Sometimes you may argue it could be artificial, but it's not artificial because even the price of rice is going up. So you can understand. Then I'm complaining every day. People are telling me, but no. You people have increased the price. The good thing about pigs is that the association will take a decision and announce it. So there's a ceiling. If you decide to reduce it, that's your own problem.
Yeah.
But you know, there's a lot to be done, but let me not just talk about that for now. It's a conversation we must have here on the Super Morning Show. But apologies to all the Gobe lovers.
Yes.
Gabins or Yoke Gari. I eat it too.
But I struggle sometimes to this pushing to see Gobe as, you know, for the local. It's very nutritious. Depending on where you get it, it's not as...
with as little as 20 cedis.
20 cedis?
Yes, a little.
20 cedis could also get you other food as well.
Go and try rice and stew. 20 cedis and stew. You try it.
Oh,
you go to Newtown. We are close to Newtown. Go and try.
Akoto rice, 10 cedis.
Oh, my brother. My brother.
You see,
go and
whatever food you want to buy depends on how you want it. For example, if you want gobe, gari, beans, the oil, if you want some pear, you want some...
Pear or banana?
Pear. If you want some eggs on it, you want some fried plantain, it all adds to the package. And depending on where you are buying the gobe, the price is also different. For this, the same with rice, it depends on where you are buying the rice.
Buy wache at certain places and go to certain places and try to get wache.
Even wache, because wache to beans is expensive, rice is expensive.
That even makes it
oils,
so expensive.
Pepper, every other thing that goes in is.
You know, this matter I'm coming to talk about. I hope my supervisor is not listening, because the last time I said this, he said we should do a paper on this, which is still pending. I went into some price analysis for a lady who sells fufu. I just wanted to,
break it down.
Because she was complaining. So I said, how much do you buy? So this meat, how much do you sell it? Because the truth is that, you see umami fufu 10 cedis. The soup, the tomatoes and everything that goes, you're not buying it. And it's the reason today people have begun selling okra and all of the stew to you.
Yeah.
Because in the past, you don't pay for it. When you buy your kinky, then they give you the pepper or the stew alongside, like we say in Ghana. So I went, into that discussion with the lady, found out that
well, we probably could do some shrinkflation instead of engaging in increasing the prices.
Yeah.
Because you may have to reduce it a little bit. Because if you increase the price, people may complain.
Yeah.
In that conversation, I realized that she wasn't really making much of a profit, contrary to what we had always expected, because she's buying from, she's not buying from a wholesaler when it comes to, say, meat, goods. She's buying from somebody. When it comes to beef, she has to go and buy that also. Chicken, she has to go and buy. And what we call dry fish or akosombo.
Yeah, adjeni.
She's buying from somebody too. And, once they bring it into Accra, you know the price already. Yeah. So at the end of it, you realize, and then the preparation of the soup, which is like free, because all you're buying is fish.
But the food Ankasa is the soup.
It's the soup, yes. So, you have to add all of that. Then I suggested to her that, okay, don't you can't say me tongue quine.
Me talk for 4 5 CDs and quine 10 CDs. It's not 20 CDs.
And so you're actually going to now, you'd have to reduce the size of the meat a little bit to take care of the quine, the soup. She was like, oh, okay. Yeah, because you cannot say BTS cancer and my mom quine. You can't say that. Yeah. But that actually got me thinking that, look, pricing in the informal sector particularly, sometimes, because initially she was just telling me that she was going to increase it by, say, 50%. She had just done that. Yeah. But when we did the analysis, she realized that, okay, you can actually reduce the size by, say, 2 to 5% and still make your profit.
But do you realize that before tilapia became my vogue or whatever, it was okay. Now it's moved to catfish. Now all of a sudden the price has spiked, and because it's become a delicacy. There's a place in town, it was just selling their normal kinky. I'll not mention the name. When some boys went on social media to talk about it, all of a sudden their prices have shot up.
Yeah.
So sometimes I struggle with some of these things.
Later this morning we'll be breaking down some of these things. We'll be talking about food and agric. It's at the foundation of our existence. It's the fuel that runs us. So we'll be talking about it. We'll be breaking down some of the things with catfish and all those things for you to understand. And is Ghana ready this year to grow food? How much food must we grow to ensure that prices remain stable?
Okay.
And our bellies remain full? We'll be breaking all that down here on the Super Morning Show for you. And so if you're having breakfast this morning, ask yourself, how are my choices impacting on inflation, on the CD dollar rate, job creation? What are you eating for breakfast? Is it from Ghana? Is it from... look at the labels on all the things you are eating and share your origins of your breakfast with us. And let's have a conversation this morning on food.
Yeah. I'm sure later when we have our breakfast, we'll share ours too. Let's get into the Drive Safe campaign.
Yes, and the Drive Safe campaign is brought to you by Joy News and the Multimedia Group, supported by Toyota Superior Quality, Imperial General Assurance, Solid Protection. Avoid all distractions, keep your eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel, and be visible. Drive with your lights on. That's how you ensure your safe arrival. Winston, have you noticed that on the road, when you indicate that you want to turn a left or a right, that's when the vehicles behind you start speeding?
Yeah.
I don't understand that kind of witchcraft. If somebody is ahead of you and indicates that they want to turn left or right, that's a cue for you to slow down or maintain your pace so that they make that maneuver. If you speed and they attempt to make the maneuver and they are not moving at a higher speed, chances are that you are going to crash into them. And so when you see any indication light from someone, it means this person is making a decision and is telling you to know what they want to do next. So you slow down, maintain your pace, so we don't create unnecessary stress on the road and unnecessary risks for ourselves. That's our message for this morning.
Thank you very much, Kojo, which means we can learn how to say it right. It's brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are the hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana, the future. So, George, today I want us to, do something very simple. I'm not going to do any, pronunciations. The word is WHIST. I-L-E, which simply while. How or whilst. But many of us have decided to go for the pronunciation of whilst and refused to pronounce the T. So we'd say whilst. First of all, the word is while or whilst. So if you want to say it right, simply avoid the whilst and just go for while. It's still correct.
Yeah.
But if you want to go for that, then please remember, it is whilst and not whilst. And that's simply how you say it. To pronounce a word. So you are happy.
I'm going to try.
Let's get into the newspaper reviews brought to us by Syntex Tanker Stronger Tough and Access Bank More Than Banking, and Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Happy Smile.
The Daily Graphic, government to stop issuing prospecting licenses to small-scale miners. Ghana risks losing EU timber export license. Parliament yet to ratify protocols. Hey, this matter. New rules set for Okada riders. Ministry's website's content updated. Very true. I went to the Ministry of Agric website. I'm looking for the latest Ghana Agric facts and figures. I didn't find it. I went to the Ministry of Health website. I'm looking for the latest Ghana Health facts and figures. I didn't find it. Even their budgets are not there.
Can you imagine?
And these ministries have communications and PR offices that are supposed to be an IT department that are supposed to be managing their websites. I think if you don't want to manage it, shut it down.
It's not even about shutting it down. It's a challenge when it comes to most, and I choose my words carefully, most of the government agencies, institutions, and even ministries that get into their website for information. It's terrible.
Yeah,
you
but
can
this is
get
the point.
up-to-date
Yeah, but you
data
see, George,
at the website.
This is the point. I just make this point before we can get into other stories. So if I'm outside this country and I need information about your country, how do I get it? Am I going to call Kojo, Akoto, Boateng, or call you George Riafe? When I do not know anybody in Ghana, maybe I want to invest in Ghana, and all I need is that basic information, which should be easily accessible on the internet.
You know, sometimes it's not, I don't know whether it's about just loading that data, because I have a situation where even a minister has held a press conference or something, giving data, and you want to sometimes get the text because you want to compare or something. You go to the website, that information is
We
not
just
there.
don't like accountability in this country.
You know.
Our fear is that, you see, if we are transparent, people will demand accountability.
Yeah.
So what we do is that, and I mean, the conversation has always been that once there's information, once there's openness, there's transparency, people may ask a question or two. So we would rather not, we would not give you the chance to ask questions. And so we'll deny you access to information. And that's what we do in this country. But it actually hurts our growth and development. Anyway, let's get into other
Our
stuff.
ministry should do better, including publishing their annual reports on their website for us to see how well they are doing with the budget we allocate to them. Now, on the back page of the Daily Graphic, 40-bed facility to boost cancer care treatment. And this is a move which is being led by a private sector cancer foundation. I'll tell you more about that. Now, if you go to the Business Analyst, BOG engages Gluta on macroeconomic stability and growth. Lands Minister tax PMMC to ensure mining sector operates effectively, and strategically repositioning Sankofa Gold Limited is crucial. This is MD. There's also a story about Rage Hospital I've seen on a couple of newspapers. This story suggests that Yoko is investigating some issues at the Rage Hospital.
Let's do the Economy Times and lead story. BOG data projects strong economic growth in 2025, and it says that early data from the 2025 of the Bank of Ghana suggests that surprisingly strong economic growth Ghana achieved in 2024 will be continued for this year. Data released at the latest Monetary Policy Committee briefing at the end of March reveals that for the first 2 months of this year, it recorded an increase in economic activities and improved sentiments for both consumers and businesses. And for a lot of people, we are all hoping that this is sustained going forward. Also, exporters react to the 10% UF tariff on Ghanaian export amidst ambassadors' insurance. So first you had the Ministry of Trade agribusiness statement trying to give an indication that, because most of these exports to the US market came under AGOA, you are kind of, immune. Then there was a meeting with the ministers yesterday. Then he emerged from the meeting that no, AGOA products are actually affected. So those who thought that we had some immunity or some relief for these exporters, the answer is no, and that 10% is actually affecting these goods. Some are trying to downplay it. Some are also saying that, listen, it is going to affect us in terms of the earnings that we are getting, the forex, and also the bit about import inflation as well. And let's see what they can do as they try to meet and come up with strategies to actually tame the expected impact as well. Also, if you're following the IMF program, there are some who have suggested that we could end up getting some waivers to help us pass this fourth review that is currently ongoing. There are some concerns about whether we've met all the targets and whether we'll have a staff level agreement being reached by the team that is in town before or by when they end their meeting in Ghana. So these are some of the lead stories in the Economy Times.
I'll run through some stories in the Daily Graphic. Ghana risks losing EU timber export license. The story says if by June 15 we have not conformed to the Forest Law Enforcement Governance and Trade License requirements, Ghana cannot export timber to EU markets. The story is by Timothy Nyemgbe. Now, the government also is planning to stop issuing prospective licenses to small-scale miners. The story on page 20 of the Daily Graphic says the government has initiated moves to stop issuing prospecting licenses for small-scale mining as part of measures to overhaul the mining sector. The Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Amoah, said rather than issuing prospecting licenses to prospective miners, which was open to abuse, the Ghana Geological Survey Authority would be resourced to undertake geological investigation for gold-rich lands, which would form the basis of the issuance of real licenses. Now, there is also the big story of Okadas and the new rules. Persons willing to operate a commercial motorcycle or tricycle, popularly known as Okada, can only do so if they belong to a recognized tricycle transport union or employed by a licensed commercial motorcycle company. This provision is to prohibit operations without belonging to a recognized union and the need for riders to be at least 25 years of age is part of a new legislative instrument being drafted to amend the existing one, the Road Traffic Regulations 2012 Legislative Instrument 2180. Earlier, George was telling me that he still doesn't want Okadas to be commercialized in this country.
I mean, maybe some partial, because sometimes it's crazy in the capital. I mean, heat of traffic, and how some of them think that they are superhumans, no regard for traffic regulations and all the rest. And I don't know. That's just a personal view.
I think motorbikes, tricycles form part of a multimodal transport system. They are needed in different places, even within the Greater Accra region. You go beyond Adenta and there are certain places. At some points, you will not get a vehicle to move. You'd have to resort to an Okada to a certain point. Then maybe you can pick a taxi or a chocho. If you move beyond Accra, I think Okadas and tricycles have been, or motorbikes and tricycles have been a key economic enhancer. Look, almost every activity beyond the regional capitals, and even within the regional capitals, transport of goods, transport of people, so we need to regulate the space.
But in certain areas,
put in place the safety checks.
Yeah, in certain areas. Now you see what is called the Piagria or whatever they call. Forgive me if I'm struggling.
The Pragia, I mean,
and sometimes
no, George. Again, it's our discipline that is the problem. Because look, where I live at Abokobi, and there's a lot of Pragia. You see them, a lot of Pragia around
to the market, the women,
and it's like they have their own set of rules.
Yes.
So they don't want to adhere to any traffic regulation.
Yes.
If and the motor riders here do same.
They are even the West Corp.
But if I go to Tamale and at a traffic light, the motor rider observes traffic. He would observe everything in Accra. Totally different. I can understand where Kojo is coming from because I go to Japan regularly, and the taxis I've seen in Japan are actually taxis that were registered in 2000 or 1999. You're seeing numbers like V, you're seeing R, you're seeing Q, and all of that. But you see a lot of motorbikes. Okada business is booming in that part of the country. So if we want to regularize it, monitor it, and make sure the right things are done, I don't have a problem. But my challenge is that, you see, we would start a process, leave it in between, and the people will still practice their own set of rules and become a nuisance. That's what I don't want us to do.
That's why we are here, Winston.
Yeah.
We are putting together a new LI. That's why we are here. We need to ensure that we push for the right things to be done, because 80% of your population, a little over 80% of your population, depends on public transport. Even your regular trotros are not fit for purpose. You have not invested in proper mass transportation. Opportunities for contra flow have not been exploited. So people spend 2, 3, 4. Look, there's this guy I know who lives in Dodoa, works at Accra Central. He wakes up at 3 a.m. every day just to get to work on time, leaves the office at 5, gets to the house at 9 p.m. Dodoa to Accra Central is just about 40-50 kilometers. If I'm driving at a normal 60 kilometer speed, I should be there in an hour. So if you've not invested in the infrastructure and the systems to introduce convenience into the lives of your people, use smart regulation, use what exists, explore all the opportunities in the multimodal system, Okadas, bicycles, even people walking, buses, the sky train that we didn't do, the trains that we are not.
But Kojo, the problem now has to do with the commercial bit. I believe that there already existing driving traffic regulations when it comes to the use of motorbikes,
and we are changing them.
So let's all of us.
Let's continue. But let's continue. One of my friends just sent me a message, but there's a name that actually has got me laughing. The guy's nickname is Ras Meow. Joseph Jabba, whose birthday happens to be today. So Jabba Joseph, happy birthday to you. We'll do it properly. But Ras Meow.
Yes, Winston, let's go online.
Yes, the online news should be brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goil Good Energy Goil, Yanari India.
You know, the online portals have a lot of the stories that the papers are not capturing. Mahama orders full action on Trump tariffs. Deputy Trade Minister reviews. This is my Joy Online. Chief Justice submits response to Mahama over removal petitions. BOG says their boxes are not for crime. They are distancing themselves from the misuse of the currency containers. You remember the story we read yesterday. And suspend Chief Justice if case is prima facie case is established. This is Ansar Sari urging Mahama. And U.S. ambassador stand by 10% tariff on cocoa. This is according to the Deputy Trade Minister. If you go to some of the other portals, for example, BNFT Online, GIPC realizes about $100 million in investments under GETP, and IEA pushes for policy changes to maximize nations' resource wealth.
Just a quick one on aviation news. Ghana, it says the Ghana Airlines has attracted a new investor. A new investor has officially tabled an offer to partner the government of Ghana to establish a new home-based carrier.
That's good news.
This thing, we need to find time to talk about it. So I'll save my comments. Let's go for the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
Thursday at 1:30 and 8:30 GMT. Or listen now at bbcworldservice.com. Business Daily is in 30 minutes.
Today I want to take you to South Korea, a country with a rapidly shrinking population and the world's lowest birth rate. Could immigration be a key to replenishing its dwindling workforce? And what are the challenges?
People Fixing the World is next. This is the BBC World Service, the world radio station.
How can more people get access to rehabilitation and physiotherapy? Well, today on People Fixing the World from the BBC World Service, we'll
will find out about some ideas that are trying to do this, like special training for nurses and doctors in countries like Ghana.
The primary care workers are so excited that now I can do something more for that patient. I can teach them ways to be able to manage that pain aside just giving them pain medication.
And a website giving access to physiotherapists all around the world, plus a bracelet that could help people who suffered a stroke.
It was just this one finger started moving. I'd pretty much written the hand off. And that started, so it gives you that extra. It's not little goals, but it seems to be like a big period of time between the little goals.
Join me, Myra and Obi, to find out more on people fixing the world right after the BBC News.
Hello, I'm Moira Alderson with the BBC News. The Chinese Commerce Ministry has said it will fight US tariffs until the end, as the world's two largest economies come closer to an all-out trade war. Beijing has accused Washington of bullying after President Trump said he would impose an additional 50% tariff on Chinese imports if Beijing did not rescind its retaliatory taxes. Mr. Trump also said there would be no negotiation with China. Stephen McDonnell has more.
Beijing doesn't want a trade war. The Communist Party here has been trying to sort out its own economic woes, trying to get domestic consumption going after years of a property crisis, high youth unemployment. The last thing it needs is a trade war with the world's other superpower, and yet it's decided there's no way it can back down. I mean, they're casting Donald Trump as a bully. Well, you can't back down to a bully. There's no way Beijing is going to step back from this. Of course, the ripples from that are going to be felt all around the world.
State media in Iran are reporting that the Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi and President Trump's Special Envoy Steve Witkoff will lead the delegations to indirect talks in Oman on Saturday. The negotiations on Tehran's nuclear program will be mediated by the host's foreign minister. Our chief international correspondent, Lise Doucette, reports.
Abbas Araghchi called this an opportunity, but also a test. The ball is in America's court, he wrote on social media. But Mr. Trump made it clear that if dialogue did not produce results, there would be consequences. The announcement of talks marks a significant step forward. President Trump clearly wants to avoid a war. So does Iran. But negotiations are certain to be long and difficult. Not the kind of quick and easy deal the American president likes to speak about, but is yet to achieve in any conflict, including Gaza.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Papa no no, 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 Ankasa. Polytech is everywhere, durable and authentic. Stronger brand you can trust. Polytech, we get Sumo, Rambo, and get Sumo Super. And the Polytech, we did. Polytech, papa no no, 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 Ankasa. Polytech, the original, always the best.
Brushing gets more fun with your kids with the new Pepsodent Kids toothpaste. Give their smiles protection that lasts. Grab yours today from a store near you. This advert is FDA approved.
Paying or getting paid? Koba day for you.
Driver, I don't have cash on you.
Oh, madam, you can pay through Koba.
Oh, you use Koba too? That makes it easy.
Receive payment from your customers and make bulk payment in just a few clicks.
Madam, I received the money.
Hello, Coffee.
Mom, you still haven't sent me the airtime, and the house internet is finished. My game.
I'm sorry, darling. Doing that right away.
With Koba, you can send airtime to your friends and family and load data for some great entertainment.
Madam, here are the food stuff.
Thank you.
You can use the short code *365# or the Koba mobile app to make your payment.
Get a designated short code today and start receiving payment with real-time visibility into all your payments with Koba. Pay your suppliers and staff in just a few clicks. For more information, call 0200-404010.
Koba there, you click pew
and you hear pew pew. Transaction done.
Koba, our life simplified.
If you have 250 Ghana cedis right now, it can do wonders for you. Chairman, Fabeji, it could turn your tears into joy in the Access Bank Fakitwabeji Kesia promo. Madam, Fabeji, it could get you up to 50,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Business owner, Fabeji, as a student, make transactions with your Access Bank card, and that could get you Spotify and Netflix subscriptions, PS5, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and more. This be out of class senso. Fabeji, you see what 250 Ghana cedis can do for you? And Gasakra. Fabeji, it's the Access Bank Fakitwabeji Kesia promo. Deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis and its multiples in your new or existing account and be on your way to winning a share of the 580,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes and other amazing rewards. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Promo runs from now to September 2025. This promo is in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
My body, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh you go work, but you know it's out in your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, cause you know it's out in your side. And when you dream, no say I live for you. And when you hustle every day, many wanna go. Anything you do, I live for you. Many want. If I believe I live your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I live your side, fidelity.
The Akoto Healing and Deliverance Crusade is here.
God takes his people and put them in charge.
Ministry, Dr. Pastor Paul and Becky Eninche, all the way from Glory Dome in Abuja, Nigeria. Theme, Dominion, date 10th and 11th of April 2025. Venue, El-Wax Sports Stadium. Song ministration, Emoji, Ankalato, Kofi Boham, Prophet Okebe, Prosper Ochimana, and Minister Mark Frank. Also happening live is the Workforce and Ministers Conference, happening at the Accra International Conference Center at 9 a.m. on the 11th of April. Free shuttles to the venue will be available. For more information, call 0257 765 546. The Accra Healing and Deliverance Crusade. Be there.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7.
the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Chana or Shana.
Yes, the song simply means shine. Africa
Shine.
we should shine. Samini and the Soweto Gospel Choir are reinforcing our continent's limitless potential, resilience, and unity.
I was inviting DJ Obeti since he played it to explain.
And you know, Samini sings in his Wala dialect from Wa, in the Upper West region of Ghana. And the Soweto Gospel Choir also add the Zulu element. So it's West Africa, South Africa. And it's a beautiful song. I love it.
I mean, have you realized, well, I could be wrong, but for me, whenever I hear songs from the North that are sung with in any of the Northern languages, they sound different. It's a departure from what you're used to, and actually sound better than what we are used to.
It's not just songs from the North. Songs performed in the local languages. For example, Amanziba has Wogbe. The same Wogbe, he has an English version. The Ga version has Soul. The English version, he has Joe. The Joe, can I use Joe now? Mojo no. I don't speak Ga well, right? But I love the song. And he has an English version. You listen to it, yeah, right?
Wait. Let me do something. Let me. You talk about Amanziba. Okay, let me.
Yes.
Do. There's Dede. Dede has an English version, so let's do Dede now. Yes.
Like Wogbe.
Yes, Wogbe has an English version.
The English version for We Were There.
No, the English version is not the thing. So let's do this. Okay, let's do it. Let's see. Let's try this and see. Wagbejeke, the English version is
no, it's nice. But
if you listen
if you've not listened to the Ga version and you listen to the English version, you'll feel it. But the Ga has more soul. It's the same for people like Wiyala, people like Edem. For example, I love Edem's albums because he's singing and spitting rap in Ewe, and you don't understand the word, but the flow, the rhythm, everything about it makes it enjoyable. So there's a case to be made for authentic Ghanaian music and how we must promote them and how we must consistently put our musicians on the stage. I have a music library that has local songs dating as far back as 1920s.
Kumasi Trio.
All those songs from all the regions in Ghana, songs from all of Africa that date as far back as the 1920s. And if you listen to the music, the quality, and how we must preserve them, museums and monuments, tourism authority, Ministry of Culture, we even need to have a music museum in the country who is collecting all our music assets and our music heritage and storing in a place where you can just go sit down, put a headphone on, click on something, click on that, and enjoy the story of Ghana and the heritage of Ghana through music. And it's a big opportunity for us to make money and also support the growth of that particular industry.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, we'll share some songs with you, to make that case. But look, grab the chance to win big in the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kesie promo. Simply deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis into your new or existing Access Bank current or savings account to join the promo. Increase it to 500 Ghana cedis or more to qualify for a draw. And for our youth customers, solo accounts, spend 500 Ghana cedis or more with any Access Visa card after your 250 Ghana cedis deposit and qualify for a reward. The more you deposit, the higher chances of winning. Don't sit back, deposit now and stand a chance to win a share of over 500,000 cedis in cash and other amazing rewards like PS5, iPhone 16, Chromebook, and much more in our 4 monthly mini draws and 2 mega draws. This promo runs from now till September 2025 in partnership with NLA on the Carters Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Join the Faketwa Beji Kese train. Save now for the future and win big. For more information, visit our website ghana.accessbankplc.com or call 0800 004400. Access Bank, more than banking.
And MNC Properties is making your home ownership journey easy. They are offering you affordable houses under Fresh Property Joy. That's their property management services, and they're also selling litigation freelance. So take advantage of their premium listing website to advertise, rent, and sell your properties. Your smooth journey to home ownership starts here. Speak to MNC on 0302551917. MNC Properties, choice of class.
And here's some exciting news from the bank with the coolest tagline, not just another bank. Yeah, you heard right. Omnibasic Bank's new tagline is not just another bank, and they're redefining banking with a renewed commitment to making you their cherished partner, the happiest customer. Visit any of their branches to update your records or call them on 0307086000 or 0302758555 or toll free 0800 100 790. Omnibasic Bank, not just another bank.
And Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices, has introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. You can simply shop by logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com. without any physical activity. Just stay wherever you are across the world and shop. It's hassle-free, and also arrange delivery to your homes and offices within a reasonable time. Kingdom offers free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions, however, apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability is their hallmark.
So Ghana, let's talk water tanks. Do you know the secret to real water storage? It's simple. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's not the correct tank. That's right. The tortoise tank, Syntex tank, is the champion of water tanks. You know, the last time I think I was off and I was driving my son to school, and they said, "Daddy, does our tank have the tortoise on it?" It's strong and durable and built to handle our Ghanaian weather. Rain or shine, Syntex tank has your back. So my people, go outside, check your tank, and if it doesn't have a tortoise on it, it's time to upgrade. Join the Syntex tank family today and enjoy water storage that's tough like a tortoise. Call 0244-335-168 to buy now or find one of their 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex Tank, air strong, air tough.
And if you are looking for a car that aligns with your ambition, the Toyota Starlet, sold by Toyota Ghana Company Limited, should be your preferred choice. You know, it's small enough to fit in every corner of the world and big enough to give you all the comfort and the experiences you need. And inspired by a 1.5-liter engine with a McPherson Struct suspension design, so it gives you a very smooth drive when you use it on our very bad roads. Now, the Starlet has an exterior sleek aesthetic, and it has well-positioned interior control fixtures with multi-infotainment systems that ensure efficient illumination for the day and your safety in the night. Rush to buy a Toyota Starlet at a discounted price within this promo period from Toyota Ghana Company Limited and enjoy 1 year or 20,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. Free service with an extended warranty of 5 years or 120,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. With a Toyota Starlet, your automobile dream becomes a reality. Visit any Toyota showroom today and experience a Starlet drive. Call them on 0302 429-801. That is 0302-429-801. Terms and conditions apply. Ghana drives the Toyota Starlet.
So, you know, every time we eat food and sugars are trapped between our teeth, leading to tooth decay, gum disease, and in some cases foul breath. Well, brushing your teeth every morning and night with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter gives your teeth the protection they need, leaving you with 10 times stronger teeth. And Pepsodent Cavity Fighter is fortified with fluoride and microcalcium ingredients, sealing tiny and invisible holes in your teeth. This prevents cavities, keeps your teeth strong and mouth healthy. Pepsodent Cavity comes in 175-gram big family pack, 120-gram Ejakwa pack, 65-gram and 12-gram sachet. So you can always get what you can afford at any time. Don't just use toothpaste that brushes your teeth. Use Pepsodent that protects your teeth. And always remember to brush your teeth in the morning and before you sleep at night. Pepsodent has been educating Ghanaians on how to brush their teeth for 25 years and is recommended by the Ghana Dental Association, and also gives you the opportunity to talk to a dentist for free. Call toll-free 0800-161-000 to talk to your dentist for free. You can get Pepsodent at any shop near you. Call their customer care center on toll-free 0800-2030. Pepsodent, every smile matters.
Winston, there's a message here. The person says, I'm into shito, and I've been doing this shito business as a side gig for years. If I tell you about my production costs skyrocketing for the past 3 years, it will shock you.
She sent it to me.
Especially on the agric products.
I tell you.
Then to my packaging, the price, the jar, it's the cost of the jar in 2 years has almost quadrupled. This is shito. What goes into shito? Pepper, ginger, onions,
herrings,
or catfish, or any fish of your choice, or any
shrimp.
meat, or shrimp, or meat, or mushrooms, right? Salt, coconut oil, groundnut oil. I don't want to mention the imported oils.
No. We are
palm
not
oil, palm kernel oil.
Yeah, but it actually buttresses the point you've been making. And look, if one of the friends who encouraged me to get into farming, Goswe Adenyeku, I beg your pardon. So Goswe Adenyeku consistently advised me that, look, if you get into farming, you have a better understanding when you talk about agriculture and the need for us to focus on it. Because, look, land preparation, my goodness, is what really, really, takes a huge part of the investment of farmers. But what do? We ignore that part and go into the supply of fertilizers as if the guy has prepared his land already. Meanwhile, if you had to help him prepare that land, if you give him access to roads to the farm, he probably could cultivate some more.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yes, so we are talking about food this morning, but whilst you wait for us to bring you some more details, if you want to fly direct from Accra to Joburg, you can do that with South African Airways. They are flying 4 times a week. And enjoy visa-free travel and special fares to Abidjan and Dar es Salaam. Book now at flysaa.com. Contact SAA on 0244344583 or 0509256511 or your travel agent.
So have you heard the good news? SG Ghana is giving away lots of amazing prizes, including a brand new luxurious Toyota RAV4 Adventure. In the SG Ghana Deposit and Drive promo, simply deposit 500 Ghana cedis or multiples of it into your SG Ghana account and stand a chance of winning big. Non-customers can open an account to participate, so it's from now to the 30th of May. You can win amazing prizes, including trips to Singapore, Dubai, Samsung mobile phones, air fryers, microwaves, TVs, or the ultimate prize, a brand new Toyota RAV4 from Toyota Ghana Company Limited. Minia will be just 7 Wati. The more you deposit, the better your chances of winning. So join the SG Ghana Deposit and Drive promo today. Visit your nearest branch or call 0302-214-314. For further inquiries, this promo is regulated by NLA on the Carters Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale, the future is you.
If you get that brand new Toyota RAV4, you go to Total and you fill up with the Excellium new formula.
Sharp.
Yes. That fuel cleans your engine, it extends its life and lowers your fuel consumption. It also helps with fighting corrosion. It's anti-corrosion, it's anti-wear, and it has detergent additives that helps to lower your vehicle's fuel consumption and also helps to reduce CO2 emissions. So get the Toyota, the Total Energies Excellium new formula for your vehicles and drive experience the difference with Total Energies Excellium new formula. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Great, Kojo. So let's try this one. I have the Wogbe, the English version. So let's listen to the English version first. Then we'll come to the Ghana version. So listen to the English version.
We were there when it shone. For we were there when it shone. So we were there when it shone. So we were there when it shone. We from Israel to wake up to joy, 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 sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah, wake up to joy.
It's obvious.
For we were there when it shone.
No, that we were there part. Okay, let's do another one from Tinambani. Okay, let's try this one. Then we'll make the case. service.
Yeah.
A great service. I mean, I remember I Need a Man to Rock My Body days. To where she's gotten now. Yeah. You know, but it's obvious. Songs sung in our local languages sound better.
Yeah.
And you can feel it.
Yeah.
Kojo, we need to go for a short break. But before we go for that short break, this morning, I mean, you read that message from Sefi, who's talking about, the price, build up, the cost of even getting a jar, everything has gone up. And so while you may be talking about food inflation consistently going up, the reality is that they wish they could do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also because, one, we don't produce much. Two, we are unable to transport our products to the markets easily. Three, we are unable to store our products.
Mm-hmm.
And once you are unable to store it and you lose it, what it means that the little that you have, once there's a demand for it, you may have to increase it. And the other reality is that anybody who is into agriculture or agribusiness is doing so because he or she would want to make profit.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's Father Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would add a bit to it to make sure that I do not run out of business. And if I cannot, what I would do is that eventually either I fold up or increase the price.
Yep.
We'll have that conversation here on the Super Morning Show. So stay with us. When we return after these messages, sports, and your birthday messages.
Hey, so as for you, every day you are just pressing your phone. Why? Are they paying you?
They are, Oma.
Eh?
The more I use my MTN, the more points I get. And I can use those points to get airtime, data, and even discounts at shops and restaurants.
Hey, so that is why all of you are always pressing your phones. And you won't tell us, so that we too we can enjoy some.
Oh, ma.
There's always more to enjoy with MTN Rewards. Just keep talking, testing, and browsing all day, every day to collect your points and use it to redeem amazing offers and discounted freebies right away. There's so much available for you. So dial *550# and get your reward today. Let's go everywhere you go.
Kweku, have you heard what they are doing on MTN?
Imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. Picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right, we are not just offering loans, we are offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following phone lines: 050-153-5789, 050-153-5790, 0244-674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
Anyone who takes offense
Right, time now for birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go. And Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. Let's see whose birthday it is today. Let me see.
Okay, there's one here. It says, please extend my birthday wishes to my son, Yelsom Sedem Sanid, who turns 21 today. Happy and blessed birthday to Yelsom Sedem Sanid. May God guide your steps for a fulfilling life.
So this one is from the Honorable Suleiman Sanid, former member of parliament for Afwano, is it South or Southeast, to his son Yelsom Sedem Sanid. I like the name. Yelsom Sedem Sanid. Happy 21st birthday to you. This one from your dad and family to you. Who else is celebrating the birthday? A
belated one going out to my very, very dear sister and friend and partner, Frida Obing Ampofo, founder and CEO of Kaime, the cosmetics brand. She turned 40 yesterday. Belated one to you, Frida, and congratulations to you. And today is the birthday of David Eboe Japan Amoah, lecturer at Ashesi University. Also going out to Gloria Cheme and our very, very good friend Kevin Elom Kwakofi.
Kevin Kwakofi. Right, it's today's birthday.
Info Kevin, info Elom.
It's today's birthday.
Today is Kevin's birthday.
Oh, really? Brah. When I say brah, he understands.
Kevin Elom Kwakofi.
No, Kevin Kwakofi. Brah.
Yeah.
It was my senior in Mali school.
Yes.
I see.
And he's a senior in Agric.
Brah. Oh, okay.
Chief farmer.
I now get the message from Adam Nuokpo, as in Body Rich. Body Rich has put something on our page. We have a page for Funi Beer. And he's put something there. Hey, brah.
Adults, you meet and you create a page for Funi Beer.
We eat fufu.
Whilst people are creating pages, economic advancement and national development.
Many of those pages serious. Many of those pages don't work. In fact, we created a page, Money Makers. The page died a natural death. This guy would tell you, Fenji would tell you, many of those pages don't work.
So if you are celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to you. Also to Barbara Aqua, it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you.
And a belated happy birthday to Mercy Afua Apalu. Mercy Apalu, belated happy birthday to you. Which means we can now bring you the Sports Center. It's proudly brought to us by MTN.
Everywhere you go.
Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good Franco trading still.
Phone Papa Fee.
And FPAC blows your pain away. But if it's football you want, we've got it all. Yes, all of it on DSTV, all the leagues, all the cups, all the matches live in HD. This season promises to be exciting. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
And if you're looking for a smarter and more convenient way to stay connected, it's time to live seamlessly with MTN's eSIM. Now, you don't have to carry multiple phones around, because with the MTN eSIM, you can have multiple numbers linked to just one smartphone. Just dial *#06# to check your phone's eligibility. Download my MTN app or visit the MTN website to request for your eSIM. You can also visit any of their service centers nationwide to get easy hands-on assistance. Go seamless with MTN eSIM for your convenience and seamless connectivity. So, what are we doing today? I have the eSIM, and it's made my life simple. And congrats to MTN. Yesterday, they had a young lady serve as CEO for the day. And I'm sure this young lady will never forget the experience. And this will spur her on to be one of the biggest corporate leaders we'll ever see in our generation.
You see, that's great. When I was in class 6, I said I wanted to be a bank manager. So I'm still waiting for the bank that will let me serve as a bank manager one day.
Just for a day.
Just for a day. Bank manager, just one day. After that, they can take over.
And the young lady's name is Selina Boa. So she served as a CEO for the day. She chaired an ESCOM meeting.
Wow.
Look, if businesses give people these opportunities, you give them that drive, that fire that will never be extinguished.
Yeah.
So congrats to MTN and Selena.
You've not invited me, but I've invited
you. No, you're invited. You don't need invitation.
A lot of plenty brofo. You see, as employees, we see a lot of things about what our bosses need to do and the things that if we had the power. This person that had the opportunity to be CEO for a day.
Did she increase his salary?
Did she increase salaries?
That'll be over
because
that'll be over 10.
No, because you are in the seats. You have the opportunity to do everything you've been mumbling and wishing and dreaming about. That is not the time to go there and play nice.
Let me tell you what you can do at Standard Chartered Bank, because they believe it's essential to take the right steps towards achieving financial stability. So they say now is the perfect opportunity to set your financial goals and start on the right path. And an input from a professional can make the difference. At Standard Chartered Wealth Management Limited, you have access to a wide range of investment options that offer you monthly and half-yearly interest payments through diversified investment portfolios. Call them 0233000041 or 0200-127755 or visit them on the 4th floor of the Opebia House, Airport, Accra today and speak with their certified investment advisors on what options suit your financial objectives and risk appetite.
And Franco is still your leading mobile phone accessories and electronic retail outlet. Buy all your phones from the Nokias to Samsungs, iPhones, smart TVs, air conditioners, chest freezers, washing machines, microwaves, blenders. Everything is at Franco. And they are giving you up to 40% discount if you shop on their digital platform. So visit francotrading.com and buy your brand new mobile phones and accessories from all their shops nationwide and also online. You can call them on 0246 422 0555 939311 or download the new Franco Trading app, Franco, on Google Play Store and enjoy the best services from Franco. Franco, still phone papa.
And still, this is the home for the latest and the most authentic in the world of sport. This is the Joy Sports Center. My name is Victor Acheta McLuhan. Coming up today, we're going to review tonight's big Champions League quarter-final games between Arsenal and Real Madrid. Yes, we've got the preview coming up, as well as Bayern Munich versus Inter. But let's begin from home, where Nations FC wrapped up their match week 26 action of the Ghana Premier League yesterday with a 1-0 win over Kerala United at the Dr. Kwame Sports Complex in Kumasi. Emmanuel Ano's first half goal means Nations have moved third with 42 points, 4 behind league leaders Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Still on the Ghana Premier League, the Ghana Football Association has charged Accra Lions and Brecum Chelsea for failing to organize pre-match presses ahead of their match week 26 fixtures. Similarly, 10 Women's Premier League and 45 Division 1 League clubs have been charged for the same breach. They all have to the close of day today to provide their responses to the Ghana Football Association's disciplinary committee through the competitions, or the competitions department through the disciplinary committee. Now, the ongoing president of the Ghana Olympic Committee, Ben Nuno Mensah, has urged government to bid and host for the 2028 Youth Commonwealth Games. He believes Ghana has the facilities to host the event and as well as ensure the facilities do not deteriorate because they are not being utilized. He specifically made mention of the Boateng Sports Complex that has not hosted a major event since the 2023 African Games early last year.
As I speak to you now, Ghana can comfortably, without any stress, host the Commonwealth Youth Games. The Commonwealth Youth Games have just about 12 disciplines. Okay, we did African Games, which is about 25 disciplines. We have enough facilities to host the Commonwealth Youth Games. I would want the minister to be bold enough and say, look, we're going to push for the next Commonwealth Youth Games. It's probably in 2028 or 2030. We have the hotels, we have a transport system that works, we have the facilities. You don't need any huge infrastructure to hold the Commonwealth Games, even the main games. And for me, I think that we should be taking advantage of the facilities we currently have.
That's the word from someone who knows how. Ben Nuno Mensah. Boxing Next and the Ghana Boxing Authority are yet to answer critical questions about events that led to the unfortunate demise of Nigerian boxer Gabriel Oluwasegun Olanrewaju. The former West African light heavyweight champion passed away following an abrupt stoppage in the third round of his bout against Ghana's Jonathan Mbanugu at the Bukum Boxing Arena a week ago. There have been claims that there were no qualified medical personnel on the ground during the bout. This generated a heated conversation when Joy Sports boxing expert Nathaniel Lato put the question to the GBA's spokesperson Mohamed Amin Lamti last Friday on Game Plan.
The boxer was coming down from Nigeria. As a boxer, he should have a personal doctor that would check him to clarify him before he's given license to come to Ghana. We've not gotten to the CAS's resolution. So if you are saying that the GBA should set up a committee, do you know that we've set up a committee or not? You don't know. So you are telling me that you are a licensee of GBA, whatever. Fine. fair deal. You were talking about doctors at the ring. We have them. Paramedics that are there, they've been there for years. We have ambulance. Everything was there. So are you saying that if you have doctors there,
what is the name of
the way the young man fell on the way he fell down on the canvas?
Yes, Mr. Lamptey. Yes, Mr. Lamptey.
We need to take our time. We should not allow our emotions.
The doctor. Was there a doctor? Who was that doctor?
Tahiru.
Yes.
I told you we are ringside physicians. That is the name given to them. We don't call them ringside doctors.
So you had a ringside physician.
We have a ringside physician.
Was he the one who attended to the boxer?
Listen to me. The referee would have to call the ringside physician. He would have to come first. When it's beyond him, that is where he invites the ambulance service officials.
And we just want the names of the two persons who, by the standard rules of competition, are supposed to be there every other night when we organize boxing. So can you kindly, nobody's taking emotions. Can we kindly come out?
Yeah, that was on game plan last Friday. Things got pretty heated. Tried as we did not get the answers that we were seeking. And since then, the GBA is still yet to respond to those queries. But we wait with bated breath. Elsewhere, Dallas Cowboys Sam Williams is set to be the latest NFL player to visit Ghana during the off-season. He spoke with Joy Sports' Lawrence Beidou ahead of his upcoming trip.
Ghana's attempt to grow interest in flag football could be set for another boost, with Dallas Cowboys Sam Williams set to visit the country. The defensive end will be the latest to come to Africa as part of efforts to promote the growth of the sport. Sam says he's looking forward to helping develop interest in the sport in Ghana ahead of his visit.
As an athlete, we only do as much as we know. With this opportunity, I want to show them, this is a cool place, a cool experience. So that, I feel like my part in that is to just get them the knowledge and let them have the opportunity to see that, this is very cool. It's something that we should be interested in.
With African descent, Sam believes the trip to West Africa is a good opportunity for him to reconnect with his roots.
Of course, I'm so excited. I don't even know what to expect, and I don't want to know what to expect. I just want to go and just experience it all. I don't have any expectations. I don't have anything that I feel like I'm just gonna experience it.
He explains that his visit to Ghana will also be an opportunity for people interested in taking up flag football to try out.
Actually, once we get closer, of course, we're gonna discuss that. But right now, whatever, I'm with whatever. If they say I can get 100 people come in. If they say only 20, so I'm with whatever they organize and whatever they tell me that I need to do.
The NFL player is expected to arrive in Ghana in the coming weeks.
That's a word from my colleague Lawrence Beidou on the Joy Sports desk. Moving on, Ghana winger Ernest Nuamah's season is over after suffering an anterior cruciate ligament injury over the weekend. The 21-year-old came off the bench in the 7th minute of Olympic Lyon's 2-1 win over Lille, with the club confirming yesterday that he had ruptured his anterior cruciate ligament. Daniel Kranti has the rest of the details.
Nuamah's injury followed his duel with Lille defender Gabriel Gudmundsson in the 5th minute, forcing him off just 2 minutes later, with Lyon going on to pick up a 2-1 win at home. Following tests carried out by Lyon, player was confirmed to have ruptured his ligament, brings an end to his season. The forward will also be out for an extended period. Nuamah has been an integral part of Lyon's season, scoring 3 goals and setting up another one in the league. He also has the C numbers in 9 appearances in the UEFA Europa League this season.
Nuamah is the 3rd Black Stars player to suffer an ACL injury this season, after Ali Disedu, Abdul Fattah Isaku, while Abdul Momin is also out for the rest of the season with a knee injury. Let's head to Europe now, where Arsenal, they'll host Real Madrid later tonight at the Emirates Stadium in a season-defining first leg clash of the UEFA Champions League quarter-final. This will be just the 3rd meeting between the two teams in a European competition, following their last 16 tie in the Champions League in the 2005-2006 season, with Arsenal winning by a 0-0 on aggregate. The Gunners are boosted by the return of talisman Bukayo Saka, who had been out for nearly 4 months with injury. He's confident of a beautiful night.
obviously as the players, we're ready and we're up for it, but I honestly have no doubts that the fans tomorrow, they're going to be up for it also, and they're going to help create the most beautiful night that the Emirates has witnessed. It mean a lot to us. You know, the first time the club's been in the Champions League quarterfinals back to back for a while now, so tomorrow night we want to take the next step, and it's Madrid, you know, you have to respect that and accept what they've done in the history, but you know, tomorrow anything can happen. You know, we can't focus too much on that.
Despite their pedigree, Real Madrid defender Antonio Rudiger and forward Brahim Diaz are cautious of Arsenal's threats.
Yeah, I would expect, as usual, it's the quarterfinal of the Champions League, first game away, so you have to expect a difficult match, and but still, obviously, we want to come out strong because we know what we are capable of doing. So, yeah.
They play as a team, to be honest. I will not name only one player. I think we need to be focused on what they do and expect everything from them, because they will play against Madrid and they know how we are in the Champions League, how focused we are here.
Well, you should join us tonight at the forecourt of Joy FM's car park here in Kokomlemle to launch the Hits FM Repio jersey, as we have a live watch party of this game tonight from 7 p.m. There's also Bayern Munich versus Inter Milan at the Allianz Arena. The Bavarian's manager is Vincent Kompany, and he's looking to neutralize the threats of the Italian giants.
I can say for what I want to see, but it depends always on what the other team does as well. I think, look, in the end, a game between two teams with a lot of quality. To save, there's going to be a lot of chances or not a lot of chances. Really depends on the approach of both teams. So the main thing is, I'm sure that we can be dangerous, and we have to avoid for them to be at the best.
All right, that's it for the Champions League. Before we go, though, let me remind you that later today, the Black Queens of Ghana will be playing their second AFCON 2025 preparatory game against Senegal. The first game was against Senegal, and the team led by Kim Las Yokegrin won that game by a goal to 0. And at 5 p.m. today, the Black Queens will face Senegal again. Ending the Joy Sports Center. Back to you, Winston.
The Black Queens will face Senegal at 5 p.m.
Yes. Yeah. It's an AFCON preparatory game.
Okay. Who's our coach now?
Kim Las Yokegrin.
What is his background? Was he as good? Is he as good as the one that he left us? It's a yes or no answer.
Focus on the new manager, support him, and with a bit of luck, he may even do better than the lady who left.
Really?
Yeah.
With a bit of luck.
Yeah.
We are still talking about luck.
Yeah. You need that. You need goodwill. Yeah.
So she's now with Zambia.
Zambia, yeah. Funny enough, the team that they beat us, after beating us, they still said, "Nah, your coach, she's too good." So,
challenge Ghana, you know those days.
Focus on the positives.
Those days, no. Listen. Those days when the Black Stars were struggling, the Black Queens, Charlie, were going to the World Cup left, right, center.
They went to the World Cup first.
Left, right, center.
Yeah.
Then they were, I remember the time that we were drawn in the same group with Nigeria in the women's AFCON. We beat them the first game, but then we lost the finals to them.
You see, what has happened since all of those nice days you are talking about is that you've gone to sleep. Since then, South Africa have won the competition. Equatorial Guinea have come to win the competition. So put your money where your mouth is. If you say there are some standards that you need to uphold, let it reflect in your treatment of the Queens, in your investment into the team. And into women's football.
Anyway, folks, let's get interactive this morning. Thank you very much, Victor. Social media messages here on the Super Morning Show brought to us by EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa. And number 10, liver salt, a refreshing relief, as well as Provident Insurance. With Provident, man, you're covered. So you know that every day people face different emergencies: fire emergency, police emergency, medical emergency, you name them. But many Ghanaians don't know the emergency numbers. Well, here's one you'd always want to remember: *770#. Yes, *770# is the EcoBank Money Emergency number, and it gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility bill payments, airtime and data purchases, and so much more. You don't need internet for this. Just dial *770#. No need to panic in any money emergency, because EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Dial *770# now. For solutions to your money emergencies, EcoBank is the Pan-African bank.
And Provident Insurance is making your year worry-free. Renew or buy a brand new motor insurance with Providence Insurance from January to March. and enjoy exciting rewards, including fuel coupons and exclusive Providence souvenirs. If you need assistance, chat with Obaya. Obaya is a friendly WhatsApp assistant on 024-242-6396. Obaya will sort you out. Baby, anywhere, anytime. You can also visit any of the 15 branches of Provident Insurance nationwide. Provident has been your reliable partner for 33 years. They are keeping you covered every mile of the way, so don't miss out on this special offer. Chat with Obaya now or visit any of their branches. Talk to your agents or broker today. T's and C's apply. With Provident, man, you are covered.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages here on the Super Morning Show.
Oh, yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh, yeah. Download it. You go enjoy it. You can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even church tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple. Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
This new year, let your journey be worry-free. Renew or buy a brand new motor insurance policy with Provident Insurance from January to March 2025 and enjoy exciting rewards such as fuel coupons and exclusive Provident souvenirs. Need assistance? Chat with Obaya, our friendly WhatsApp assistant on 024-242-6396. She will sort you out, baby, anywhere, anytime, or visit any of our branches, agents, or brokers today. Provident Insurance, your reliable partner for 43 years, keeping you covered every mile of the way. Don't miss out on this special offer. Terms and conditions apply. With Provident, man, you're covered.
Provident, man, you're covered.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Masa, my head is killing me.
Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat? I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
Welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us. Now time for the Joy Business Minute, brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana, CBG. We stand with you and Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you and Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts. European markets have opened higher and major Asian markets have made gains following days of losses in the wake of Donald Trump's tariffs. The UK FTSE 100 opened 1% up and Germany's DAX opening 1.3% higher. Meanwhile, all products exported to the US market under the Free Trade Pact AGOA will now attract a 10% import tariff. US Ambassador to Ghana Virginia Palmer announced this in a crunch meeting with government officials. In a related development, government has revealed that it will explore diplomatic channels to get the US to review the import tariffs on Ghana. And government spending for the previous year, particularly in relation to specific sectors and commitments, has emerged as a significant concern for the IMF. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you and Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Welcome back. And if you are a government worker under the Controller and Accountant General's Department, that's where your payroll is. If you receive your salary through Consolidated Bank, and if you need quick funds, then we've got great news for you. You can access up to, Kojo, listen, 250,000 salary loan. That's what they say, up to. You must qualify. It depends on how much you earn. with no additional controller charges and paid back within 72 months, 6 years.
That's a sweet deal.
It's a sweet deal. Experience a quick and hassle-free process when you apply. All you need is to maintain an active salary account with Consolidated Bank Ghana for at least 3 months and you're good to go. Sign up today at any CBG branch and take charge of your finances. You can call them on 0302216000 or reach them on Facebook, Instagram, and X, as formerly Twitter, or talk to us at cbg.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you.
If you are tired of rising fuel costs, if you are tired of high maintenance costs on your vehicle, you need to get an eco-friendly option. It's cost saving. It's great for personal or business transport. It's the all-new Serial Nano 3 electric vehicle, proudly marketed and distributed in Ghana by Anointed Engineering Services Limited. The Serial Nano 3 EV offers zero emissions, running entirely on electricity. If you don't have a charging station, you should not worry. You can simply plug it into a standard socket at home. Now, this sleek EV combines advanced technology with high performance, featuring a fast-charging, long-lasting battery. And they also give you a portable, ultra-silent digital genset for backup power. Yes, so you can charge with any socket. You also have a backup, a genset for backup power. So it means that you can move anywhere, everywhere with the Serial Nano 3 EV. Talk to Anointed Engineering Services Limited at their showroom. You can find them at Kwame Nkrumah Avenue, Farisco Traffic Lights, Opsi Glyco, Adabraka. You can also find them in Kumasi, in front of the Tatiad Ak Mayanka Road. Call the Kumasi office on 0243 480 334. Serial Nano 3 EV, experience a legacy of modern luxury. Serial EV, go electric.
So, Kojo, before we continue, this morning we asked a question. We asked that once people were going to have their breakfast, they should ask themselves, the source of whatever they were eating. We have our breakfast.
Yeah, what are we having this morning?
Oh, this morning we're having porridge, kuku.
Hausa kuku.
Hausa kuku, yes.
Is it millet or sorghum?
I don't know.
If it's
I asked
pink,
to go and
if it's pinkish, it's likely to be sorghum.
Okay.
If it's let's say white, for the want of a better expression,
I haven't seen it.
It's likely to be millet with maybe some, or if it's impampa, then it's maize.
I haven't seen it. Where's Nadede?
Yes.
You should come and tell us the color.
So we're having porridge, right?
Yes, porridge.
And then with sugar?
Yes, a little bit of sugar.
Where is the sugar from?
Again, I haven't seen it.
Yes. Do we produce enough sugar here?
We don't.
Commander Sugar Factory, is it working?
Not working.
Is Chari Sugar Project, is it
not
working?
So
the Ghana Sugar Project?
I don't know about it.
So the sugar we are going to have this morning is likely imported?
It's imported.
And then the packaging?
Also, the paper cup, that's made right here in Ghana.
The paper cup is made right here in Ghana?
Yes, that's what Nat tells me.
Okay. And the water that goes in?
Nat says she's denying. She says she didn't say that.
So
we are not sure whether it was manufactured
Was it
in Ghana.
prepared on a coal pot, on a buchia, the traditional tripod, or with a gas?
You are asking me questions which will be better answered by now, because I haven't been there.
I'm just asking these questions to know the percentage of the money we spend buying the porridge that will stay in Ghana.
No, that's
and the
a very
percentage
important,
that will be affected by tariffs. And so does it come with buff fruits, togbe, or kose?
Kose.
Yes.
Or akala.
So kose is akala.
I don't know the difference between the two. Maybe Dede.
Now, what's the difference between buff fruit and togbe?
I don't know.
Because I know that buff fruit is the sochi one, the one you press and you get oil coming out.
Okay.
I know that is buff fruit. But DJ Obeti claims it's togbe.
Well, whichever
and
one works for you. Take it like that.
Listeners should send photos of togbe and buff fruit. If what you think is buff fruit, send us a photo on WhatsApp.
Okay.
What you think is togbe, to send us a photo.
No problem. But while we're talking about this, it's obvious that some of the ingredients are not sourced in this country. So the sugar, certainly not from Ghana. The paper cup, now is suggesting could be from outside this country.
But there are a lot of companies in Ghana these days that do paper.
Yes, but competition, she's saying this one may be sourced from outside. I don't know. Okay. But I think this is from Ghana.
We can read the label and see.
Yes, the paper cup should be from Ghana. What else? The beans. Where is it from? Is it?
Beans.
Is it from the Sahel?
Beans. Oh, Ghana.
Beans
too. Ghana.
Oh, but we import beans too.
Ghana, Masa.
No, we import
Masa beans, Ghana.
The millet.
Whatever you say, Ghana.
The millet is from Ghana.
Millets definitely, I think, is from Ghana. Sorghum definitely from Ghana, because millet and sorghum are things that we produce quite a lot. In fact, farmers produce sorghum not just for local consumption, for the pitos and the porridges and all those things. Sorghum also go into beer production and other things. So for sorghum, I know we are producing quite a lot. If you check the medium-term expenditure framework for the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, there is a table that shows us our policy outcome indicators and targets, right? And for percentage change in food self-sufficiency for selected commodities, for example, sorghum in 2022, self-sufficiency for sorghum was 84%.
Okay.
In 2023, it dropped to 79%. We are targeting self-sufficiency of sorghum in 2027 at 118%.
Okay.
Right. So for something around 80%, it's likely sourced locally,
Yeah. So we asked a question that your breakfast, do you know where your breakfast is coming from? And Sefi says, my packaging, she's shared with us her packaging again. The glass jars imported from China, seals imported from China, labels printed here, but the inks and the paper being used, I don't know where they come from.
Glass jars from China?
Yes.
Not from Abosso Glass Factory?
Which one is that?
Abosso Glass Factory in the Western region, the Pristia Huni Valley area.
Okay, you've sourced glass from there before?
It doesn't work.
I'm asking whether you've sourced glass from there.
No, I'm asking because over the years we've set up a lot of factories in the districts, revamped a lot of factories. So sometimes I assume certain things work.
So you see, sometimes when I remember my lessons in local economic development, I was at the Institute of Local Government Studies years ago. That was about 8 years ago. When I remember my lectures in local economic development, I see, this is it. You cannot ignore existing factories and pretend to be establishing new factories.
What if those factories are in a very bad state, and setting up a new factory would be smarter than setting up a new one?
Good.
Sometimes innovations will cost you more than.
So I talked about existing factories. What that means, those factories that are running,
okay,
not those that are not running. So existing factories are factories that are running. You're not running if you're not a factory if you're not running.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we've allowed a lot of our factories to collapse, sometimes with a view of divesting, and the divestiture is to our cronies. That's what we do. We run it down, turn around, and buy. That's the vulture concept.
Yeah.
And there are people like that in this country. They wait for it. They will run down state agencies and then turn around to go and buy. She talks about carrier bags from China. Carrier bags from China. Sealing machine tool from China.
Definitely.
Okay.
We don't make any machines. We don't make the machines we need here. So definitely that will come from China, I understand. Carrier bags, I'm surprised. Because you have capacity to do all those things from different materials, right?
Kojo, before we continue, today is my very good friend Edwin Ametame's birthday. Edwin Ametame. So happy birthday with you. To you, Edwin Ametame is my colleague at UPSA doing a PhD. Good morning to you, Edwin, and happy birthday to you. Renee Aku Afedo says, Winston, tell Kojo not to lead you into temptation. Why this question on Boflot and Togbe? Now, Erikus from Pando says, you guys are not correct. Togbe is heavier than Boflot. Boflot is dried under the sun for the yeast to expand, but Togbe is fried fresh from the same mixture.
So Togbe and Boflot are from the same mixture. But for Togbe, they leave it in the sun for the yeast action. No, that's what he's saying.
No. So let me explain. You know I'm a son of a baker.
No, he said both fruit is dried under the sun for the yeast to expand, but Togbe is fried fresh.
Let me explain to you.
Okay.
See, as a son of a baker, See, you see, from what bring it. This is a bufflute. So bufflute is like you're making bread nawachi.
Okay.
So that's that. You know that one.
Okay.
That's the bufflute.
Okay.
That's according to them. That's the bufflute. Then the tugbe is. This one says bufflute is the tree version. No, go back.
Yeah, Frank from Domiabra.
Frank from Domiabra says bufflute is the tree name for tugbe in Ghana. Oh, okay.
But is it buffalo or buffruit?
Please. There is what you call nativization.
Okay.
We have used English to explain our experiences. In our part of the world is bufflute. So if you don't want to be accused of not saying it right, say tugbe. Anyway, so I mean we still want to hear from you, the source of your breakfast and where you got everything from, and let's have this conversation. I mean, it's a first step towards self-sufficiency, and also a first step towards producing the things that we consume locally. Because if we are unable to do that, sometimes we never ask ourselves these questions. We just grab anything and eat. And I like local rice. You used to supply me some until you moved into other things. But let me just say that on Big Stories this morning, brought to us by Telecel Connecting Energies, our conversation is simple. How prepared are we for the farming season? And how prepared are we to ensure that we're able to consume what we eat, and we're able to grow what we consume, so that if for nothing at all, food inflation, that has been pushing inflation up, is reduced. So Big Stories brought to us by Telecel Connecting Energies. Because every time we eat, food and sugars are trapped between our teeth, leading to tooth decay and gum diseases, and in some cases foul breath while brushing your teeth every morning and night. With Pepsodent Cavity Fighter gives your teeth the protection they need, leaving you with 10 times stronger teeth. Pepsodent Cavity Fighter is fortified with fluoride and microcalcium ingredients, sealing tiny and invisible holes in your teeth. This prevents cavities, keeps your teeth strong and mouth healthy. Pepsodent Cavity comes in 175-gram big family pack, 120-gram Ejakwa pack, 65-gram and 12-gram sachet. So you can always get what you can afford at any time. Don't just use toothpaste that brushes your teeth. Use Pepsodent that protects your teeth. Always remember to brush your teeth in the morning and before you sleep at night. Pepsodent has been educating Ghanaians on how to brush their teeth for 25 years and is recommended by the Ghana Dental Association. Gives you an opportunity to speak to a dentist for free. So call them on toll-free 0800 161 000 to talk to a dentist for free. You can also get Pepsodent at any shop near you. Call their customer care center on toll-free 0800 2030. Pepsodent, every smile matters.
This Thursday and Friday, we have the Ghana Green Building Summit happening at the Mervyn Peak Hotel in Green Park Cantonment. It's starting at 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you've been looking for an opportunity to learn about how to build and live green, raise funding for your green projects, and embed ESG into your business strategy, if you want to learn about sustainable city management, renewable energy, and electric mobility, or you simply want a brighter and greener future, then you have to register for the 6th Ghana Green Building Summit 2025 and meet the sustainability experts, policymakers, real estate developers, and investors at a one-stop shop. It's happening this Thursday and Friday, 10th and 11th of April 2025, Mervyn Peak Hotel in Green Park Cantonments, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Join in person or online to connect and learn all things green. Register now at GhanaGreenBuildingSummit.com or call 055-3677741. The 2025 Ghana Green Building Summit is brought to you by Yicham Property Consult, IFC Edge, AB and David Africa Gold Key Properties, Silver Star Tower, Fabri Metal, Access Bank, Convene Africa, and the Green Building Alliance Ghana.
So my friend Divine Akoto says you can be a son of a baker and not know anything about baking. Except that in our case, we learnt a lot about baking because my mother always had one of her children mixing or going to the mill. For some reason, she didn't even want to teach anybody the formula unless you were her child. So we were the ones, mixing, and so we knew the formula.
And now they see radio Soka Brofono.
Oh,
you've truncated a family legacy.
And in those days, we the guys were the ones who went close to the oven. It was a gas oven. my mother, for some reason, felt that she didn't want anything to happen to her daughter, so that in future they say they went to, because of the baking and affected their childbirth and all of that. But so we had to help. You start from putting the oil in the pan that they put the bread in it. Then you now you move it and put it in. Then you now get to the level where you're actually molding it into the right form and shape. Then you go to the mill. Then you now get to the oven itself, and that's how we went through all that process.
Yeah,
But maybe I should go back. I should go back into baking.
We all have left things that we learned from our parents and our families. And you see, when it comes to creating jobs and creating businesses, these are some of the things that we've lost out on. For example, my mom also used to bake meat pies.
Oh, okay.
I've got photos of us baking meat pies and all that. And she taught all of us how to do that. And those were the days meat pie was meat pie, not air pie. These days when you buy the meat pie, you could break it. It is air, you see. But a lot of us, because of our educational trajectory, lost out on picking some of these skills from family businesses and some of these things. And it's something we need to pay attention to. If you look at a lot of the businesses across the globe, 2 days ago I was watching a DWTV documentary on farming in America. About 5,000 acres managed by a family, husband, wife, 2 young kids. They have all the tractors and all the machinery. They are running it. They don't need anybody to come. And the kids are homeschooled. They do some work on the farm in the morning. They do their homeschooling in the evening. One child was driving a $500,000 tractor. Yes, everything. 16-year-old, right? Here, if you join your parents on the water lake to farm, they'll say child labor.
Can you imagine?
And if you go to Asia, there are family businesses that have business continuity plans. So from something small, they grow it over decades. So a small business then becomes a global conglomerate which employs people across different geographical areas. These are stuff we should start thinking about. Businesses like Nkulenu, for example.
Yeah.
Madam is gone, but the business is running.
It's running, yeah.
It's a great example. But how many Ghanaian businesses outlive their owners and their founders?
Great question. We'll come back. We're going to have our breakfast now. When we come back, we'll tell you what we had. And, what part of it was sourced from Ghana. We've been trying to do that. I see many of you sharing your thoughts. We'll come back and read all of them. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Are you tired of rising fuel costs and frequent service and maintenance draining your budget? Are you a transport business thinking of the best eco-friendly and cost-saving option for a car? Then switch to the Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle. The Cerio Nano 3 EV is proudly marketed and distributed in Ghana by Anointed Engineering Services Limited. The sleek Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle, with its advanced technology and high performance, emits zero emissions because it does not run on fossil fuels. No need to worry about a charging station because you can charge your Cerio at home directly by plugging into the socket. The Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle offers unmatched comfort, interior design, fast charging, long-lasting battery, and a portable digital ultra-silent genset for backup charging no matter your power situation anywhere. Visit our showroom for a test drive at the Kwame Nkrumah Avenue, Farisco Traffic Light, opposite Glyco office at Dabraka, Accra. Call our hotlines on 0540-100-868 and 0243-480-334. Anointed also stocks genuine spare parts and delivers after-sales services 24/7 for our Cerio Nano 3 EVs. The Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle. Experience a legacy of luxury modernized. Cerio EV. Go electric.
Yes, join us today, Tuesday, 8th April 2025, for the live screening of the Champions League quarterfinal match between Arsenal and Real Madrid, live from 6 p.m. at the Hits FM car park, Kokomlemle here in Accra. See you there!
In partnership with Joy FM and National Theatre, Roverman Productions presents an unclaimable classic, The X Factor.
P, you vanished from my life for 2 years, and then out of the blue you dragged me here and asked me to marry you?
Of course! Can you think of any other boy who can do that?
I am out of here, and for your information, the man I am going to marry is the one waiting for me in that car.
There's no way you marry an under 2,000 man.
What?
The total cost of everything he's wearing was less than 2,000. Shirt 120 kanta, jeans 200 kanta, shoes 180 kanta, perfume 80 cedis. About you tulale, singlets and boxes 40 cedis.
Those boxes and singlets cost more than that. I bought those for him on Val's Day.
Wow, look, is he a bobo dancer?
P!
Shows on April 4th, 5th, 6th, 11th, 12th, and 13th at the National Theatre Accra. Fridays at 7 p.m., Saturdays at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., and Sundays at 1 p.m., 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Rates 300 Ghana cedis. Buy your tickets via regular outlets or at Koba short code *365*535# or via the Roverman app. Sponsors: Koba, Gino Tomato Mix, Tilly's Tea, OCM, and M Notify. Call 050-554-6010. Roverman Productions. Be the difference.
Welcome to Spintex Plaza, where living and working blend seamlessly.
Spintex Plaza, the place to be. Furnished apartments feel so free.
Imagine coming home to a luxurious furnished apartment with everything you need.
Rooftop pool, swim under the sky. Rooftop bar where the good times fly. Rooftop gym, get fit and strong. Spintex Plaza, you can't go wrong.
Spintex Plaza, your home, your work, your lifestyle. Come see us today or call us on 0241 327 363. www.spintexplaza.net. Building or renovating? Look no further. At Interface Limited, we have everything you need to create stunning spaces.
Transform your interiors with our top quality plasterboards, acoustic ceilings, and cement boards.
Step into style with our exquisite laminate and engineered floors. And for your data centers, durable raised access floors.
Elevate your outdoor spaces with our WPC decking and fencing.
Protect your home with our beautiful and reliable roof shingles, insulation, canopies, and PVC fascia boards.
Add a touch of elegance with our beautiful POP cornices and roses.
Quality, affordability, and style all in one place. Building a better Ghana, one space at a time. Visit www.interfacelimited.net or call 0274 999 999.
Hello, Mr. Headmaster.
Please sit. I want to discuss your child, Sarah. She is always asking questions. Questions after questions. It never stops.
Sorry, we will...
Oh, no, don't be sorry. We love her curiosity. Our world needs more curious minds. So, well done.
Oh, thank you. Confident, curious kids will change our world. Nido is specially formulated with iron, vitamin C, and A. Nido, your love, their future. This advert is FDA approved.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
If you leave me a good time, I swear you are like the oxygen I need to survive. I'll be honest. Loving the thought of me, I am so obsessed. I want to chop your heart. Never did it back at this year. But now make us feel love. I'm love one thing. We make a bad man sing.
Just because you still be my numero uno. Drive time. Cause you see right through me, yes I know. The joy in the morning. Yeah, if you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning.
Morning Show.
yes, it's a great one. I like Ghanaian songs. So this boy, Olive the Boy, I didn't know his song was. I didn't know he was a Ghanaian. So one day, Obeti told me that, this Ghanaian, but I said, then I will play the song. Because I like Ghanaian songs.
Yeah, Olive and some of the new acts, they are doing music that goes beyond our borders. So they target an international audience from the start. And so sometimes you hear them and you are like, are these Ghanaians or like they are Nigerians breaking into the country? Yeah,
I was in Cardiff with this guy from Malawi. So I went to his room, my friend Henry Chimbali, and he was listening to "We More Run some things, break some things, drink some things." So I said, this song from Ghana. I said, no, it's not true. It's a Nigerian song. I said, why? He said, the guy said Jaga Jaga Nigeria.
You didn't hear me?
He doesn't understand that part. All he heard was Jaga Jaga Nigeria, and then concluded that it was a Nigerian song. In that same Cardiff University course, there was a Nigerian who was studying the power of music to actually market a country. She's been sponsored, studying how they can use their music to brand their country. And today, we're talking Afrobeats globally.
Yeah.
She used Bob Marley. She did a comparison. She looked at how Bob Marley was able to use reggae, market that reggae brand, genre, and as an extension, also marketed Jamaica. And I said, I see. Then we must also do same with Ghanaian music, except that when Musica got $2 million, 2 million CDs that was supposed to be used for research, I'm still waiting for the outcome of the research.
Oh, you've not seen the outcome of that?
No, I haven't.
I read some reports on they did an economic analysis of the Ghanaian music industry, the number of people it employs, the interconnectivities and all those things. I should have that somewhere in my almanac.
Okay.
Yes.
So they looked at how many people the Ghanaian music industry employs.
It was quite an extensive report. I don't remember the number of pages, but it was over 400 pages of work done.
Because you see, research is not kept on the shelf. Research is implemented.
Yeah.
And the outcome of the research is what we always would discuss. So whenever we've talked about research, and we're going into agriculture, whenever we've talked about research, we've said we have these figures that should shape our thinking and our planning going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So people have studied how you can fuse traditional rhythms into music, modern rhythms, and that's the way to go. In other jurisdictions, they've actually brought back their traditional rhythms, fused it, and today we're all dancing to it. Amapiano has become a global thing. We had Azonto and killed it for Al-Qaeda. I just don't understand.
Did we? Or it was a natural progression?
No, but you see, we should have been deliberate about when the world got hooked onto the Azonto drive.
Yeah.
It should have automatically
kept the Azonto brand.
And this is where I always have said that our Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and all our agencies that are supposed to be helping the creative space, many of them just get in there and it becomes business as usual. We won't go outside the box, because Azonto presented us with with the classic opportunity to be relevant once again.
Yeah.
Because High Life catapulted us, musically. Then there are variations of High Life which may have started from Nigeria also. So Nigeria then tries to pick up the High Life bit and say, well, High Life started from Ghana, started from Nigeria. I remember having a conversation with Professor John Collins, and he says he was in that debate, and the picture that they brought was the Sugar Babes from Cape Coast going to perform in Nigeria. And he said, but it's a Ghanaian band. It settled at that point in time. Fela took High Life, added horns, said this was Afrobeat. The young ones say, no, it's Afrobeats. They've added their S to it. And today, globally, you've had Beyonce and co. trying to get onto the whole Afrobeats vibe.
Yeah.
We had a chance with Azonto. We messed it up big time. Anyway, let's talk about our food.
Yeah.
That's me getting into something I'm no expert in.
One of the things I wish to happen to the music space again is for JQ to return to Ghana and start productions, infusing the indigenous instruments. And look, what JQ did for the Ghanaian music industry. JQ, Morris, Apietus, Zab Mallet, what those guys did at a point at Jingo. There was also a Jingo, Hammer. But JQ more for me because of how he brought the Ga sound and a lot of our traditional
and Kojo,
instruments.
you remember Nana Kwame's Enoabna?
Enoabna.
You see the traditional rhythms in
Dadoa
rhythm. Ubete, look for Enoabna for me. 1 minute. I want to make a point. Ubete, Enoabna by Nana Kwame. Just listen to that before I get back to food. Listen to, let's just drop that song. And I want to use that to make a point that we could have found out how. People have studied these things. All it takes, sometimes all it takes is that today in Ghana, Kwabena Kwabena and Co were here the last time on Showbiz A to Z, and they laughed at the idea of a record label in Ghana. They asked, is there a record label in Ghana? But if we had a proper record label in Ghana, what that would do is that it would actually even shape how these guys should sing. Because these guys are guys who
do the research, they study the market.
Yes, and they'll tell you, how about we do this? How about we sing this way? Because the market seems to be going this. But hold on a minute. While the market seems to be doing this, we can actually also fuse this in, building on these rhythms, and we're good to go. Let's listen to, this was in 2000 or so, Enoabna.
I
about the Adoa rhythms and all of that. And, I just, KOD, the presidential staffer in charge of diaspora and affairs, actually shared with me that, same beat, Brebro Bahima, or Cham. So this was produced by Zap Mallet in 2001. Bahima. He talks about Brebro Bahima, but Cham also produced by Zap Mallet. And you have, Reggie Rockstone doing the Maka Maka, also produced by Zap Mallet.
Yeah.
And so this is, for me, music. Music must just not be the same thing. At some point in time, you must bring other rhythms into the music, so that it would enhance it. It will make it lively.
Yeah.
One of the things we have not done well is that consistent. Look, Osibisa and Kwame Sapon-Asiedu actually sent this message that says, "You guys, we just buried Teddy Osei. Osibisa took us far, but we watched them die. I beg, the Scasbo float." But that's, for me, and Osibisa, even their name itself was a genre of music. And Osibi, it stands, Osibisa. What we have not done well is we've not invested much into what we say is the new gold. The conversation about a new gold itself is problematic because we treat it the same way we treated gold. No, Kojo, seriously. And so, same. These are great songs. This is 24 years ago.
Yeah, and Nana Kwame used to play football, right?
Yeah.
I'm told he used to be a footballer for Kotoko or something. Those who know should confirm this. I'm told he used to be, and he was fantastic with Achame on Masanaba.
Yes.
And that song also had the infusions as well. So and if you even listen to Masanaba very well, it was inspired by one of the very popular high life hits. Midie odo afrakume odo midie odo mesanabo odo. Then you get your kicks, you get the other things, you throw in the rap. Nana Kwame does the Yogi Dogi Dems or bring everything. Then you have a full meal of a good song.
Yeah.
And for me, if you look at how we've developed over the years and how we've not really paid attention to music and invested in that space, it needs to change, because people are milking millions from this particular industry. People are making millions, people are creating jobs and also creating the kind of excitement for their populations, and we need to do better. I once spoke to Nana Kwame Ampodu, Nana Kwame Ampodu, the late Nana Kwame Ampodu, and he says when the late Champon was president, I think he got a chance to be president for some seconds. So he had been invited to the barracks, and Champon loved this music, so he got off his seat as head of state and made him sit in that seat and said, "For your excellence, enjoy this position for the next few minutes."
Okay.
And that gave him a lot of pride. But beyond those actions, we should look at how we invest in the system. You do not have any correct venues for proper concerts in this country. If you want to have if a Ghanaian musician wants to go on a tour around the country, what infrastructure supports the software? So the music, the content, the drama, everything, the software. What hardware supports the software to drive growth? If we are investing in infrastructure, say for stadia, for football and athletics, do we think that we can modify the designs to enable us to use them for concerts and create more value for the other side of the equation? Do we think about this industry as a proper industry which requires attention? For example, this year we are talking about the big push for infrastructure and all those things. What component of that big push will drive the creative industry?
You're right. And you see, we're talking about this. My friend Kojo at Media General, TV3, he says he loves the conversation in Obna, and he talks about trends, preferences, and tastes have also influenced the industry, which is true. But as for industry and record labels, the least said about it, the better. I was having a conversation. I mean, you're talking about Donna Kwame and Pedro. I was having a conversation with CK Man. So I had, at the time I was general manager in charge of operations at Sky Media Group, and I had a recording studio. So in that studio, CK Man was recording his last album. Recorded, some great tunes on that last album. Produced by Bessa Simons, Then the DJ, the sound engineer, the recording engineer, sound engineer, had done this thing and said, "Oh, Winston, how about you sing, you do a song on this." So we had done the song. Then CK Man comes and they play the song to him. And he told me something. He said, there are too many words in this song. It can't say P. So I looked at him and he said, he would tell me a story. So Araba Lucy, that man is telling his wife, don't worry.
Chill, I'll be home soon.
He said, whoever picks that song can relate. Then I don't know whether this one is true, but CK Man then tells me that when he was going to do Adjoyanki, my son's done the instrumentation, everything. And he says, "Oh, Uncle, my uncle, also, then. Also, maybe he be here." Then he remembers some, this folk songs and performing, and then he starts singing, and then, picks. But the point I'm making is that he always made reference to songs from the coast, songs from the fishermen. He says that was his influence. So he always wants to do music that would showcase that particular influence. I say if we had taken research into music seriously, we would understand how to go. Look, Natbrew, Amanziba has fusions of Balogo. He did a Balogo for instance. We had Amoah doing Wanshi Jama. Now, all these songs will give you sounds of our traditional rhythms and how you infuse them. I say, today, some of our best music experts are the ones who have, used traditional rhythms. What's his name? Atungu Zimba.
Mm-hmm.
Atungu Zimba. Wiala. Atungu Zimba at some point was nominated for the World Music Awards. Footprints in the Sand.
Yeah.
And these are songs I don't understand.
Uncle Debo is still touring. Ebo Taylor.
Yes, people are. I mean, the research part of our music is missing. That's the long and short of it. We've done too many things. We've not really been able to understand the changing trends. Others are researching and can tell you what may change in the next few years. And so get into it.
Yeah.
But we just go, I mean, wherever the wind blows, we follow.
And if you want to get a good sense of the various rhythms of Ghana across all the regions, you need to listen to Ochame Kwame's Made in Ghana album.
Mm-hmm.
He did songs with Ulome. He did songs with different groups trying to capture different rhythms from across the country. So if you want to know how the Ga people sound very well, if you want to know how the people at the coast, they sound, Kumasi sound, the North, the Ever sound, Ochame Kwame tried to put all those things in one album. But when you were talking about CK Man, it brought memories of Papa Yankson. He was in the process of producing an album when he died. Mm-hmm. And he featured people like Adina. He tried to put people like Ades, the high school band. Really, really beautiful song before he died. I hope Silas Yankson will follow up on that.
Silas, okay. But
and complete that album for us.
Do I still have CK Man's last album? I will look for it, but I know that Paco Finyako would have it.
I have all of CK Man's albums.
I have the last one, Wakrain.
I have all his albums. It's on this hard drive. If you bring money, I will give you.
But I was there. I was the general manager of the recording studio.
Yeah, if you bring money, I'll give you.
I'll look for it. I was giving. Oh no, but you know, we should drop the Woman NG. Give it to Betty to drop the Woman NG. It's a great song, you know.
If you bring money, I'll give it to you.
No, if I give you the money, it's like I'm bribing you.
Yeah. So let's cook our music. Let's invest in this space. And Auntie Jifa has a big job. We've always said tourism is third or fourth highest earner when it comes to, but we leave it at tourism, but we need to add the art. If you look at our non-traditional exports, art is one of the things that we're exporting these days. If Gepa will share the data with you, you'd realize that aside our horticultural exports and agric exports, now we are exporting a lot of art. How can we increase that particular market? Go to Togome, go to Etiwa, go around the country, go to Vume, the pottery and all those things. How do we invest in all these things properly? How do we package these things properly? How do we bring life to that particular industry? Go to the Krobo areas, the bead industry. You go online and somebody is selling beads that we buy here for 10, 20 cedis for $20, right? How are we strategically looking at these industries to harness the opportunity within to create the wealth we are looking for? These are very important things that we need to do. And Auntie Jifa, you have a big job ahead of you. Sometimes people will look at the finance minister, roads minister, education minister, health minister as the key ministries in driving national development. But I think, Auntie Jifa, you are the top 3 ministries that can change our fortunes as a country. You are in there, and we are looking forward to what you will do with the ministry to create that value we seek to have.
So my friend Kojo once again sends this message that says, we had wealthy people who were into music production at the time. You remember Despite Music Productions, Akoto Music Productions, you had Big Ben and all of that. But they all stopped investing because they didn't have a grasp of the new turn of things after the sale of cassettes and CDs were going extinct.
Yeah.
And the introduction of digital distribution. It would take a while for reorientation and education for them to come back into it. Most of our major music exports invest in themselves.
Yes, and there were companies that were also investing in music. Talk about the timber companies that were investing in music. Talk about the cocoa companies that were investing in music. Talk about the gold companies, the mining companies that were investing in music. If you talk to the Pat Thomases and all those things, they will tell you how their journey began and the investments that they got from some of these places. Even CK Man and the Carousel 7, Papa Youngsons and all that, they all traveled through a system where corporate Ghana then was putting money behind musicians. Yeah. So bands were formed, and these bands had the backing of these timber merchants and these timber companies, these mining companies, all these cocoa companies and others. So let's shape the industry. We are now seeing a lot of indie acts, and a lot of them are struggling. The reason why you are not seeing consistent production from some of your finest musicians is that they want to deliver quality, but the system doesn't create enough opportunities for investment for their craft.
Good. There's so Kokuna Negbe says, great discussion. Nkase and Reggie Roxton they have a track, Duanebu. Also in that Dua rhythm. Chicago as well has one which is in the Agbaja rhythm. And he says, for me, patronage and sustenance are key. Okay.
Africanize Abrochigoro.
Kwame Sowu is asking a question. Where are our music schools?
Which Kwame Sowu?
The one you know.
Kwame Sowu.
The same Kwame Sowu.
Mr. Kwame Sowu.
Table 1.
Where are music schools? The Winneba?
No, he's asking a very important question.
The one in Winneba, where is it?
It's there.
It's still there?
Yeah. Where are music
resourced
schools?
With everything it needs?
Nice HR, administration and law.
Oh, you forgot an MBA.
MBA, yes, I mean at some point
and project management.
You have to grab. You have to get the MBA some, because if you don't get some, then it's like you've not been to school, But that's the reality. If our music schools, could you give them your hard drive? They play
the Bible by and what they did to buy.
But if you have the Nkase,
look London,
Duanebu, let's drop that one.
That's the rap. You should say the Bible by and what they did to buy.
I like the beginning of that song.
Yes. And Obo Atentebe. To Jagustagidi Hogidi.
Kofi Ayu says he went to a ministry and they were just playing Abuah Mina. It says he went to a ministry and instead of these guys working, they are playing Abuah Mina. Abuah Mina. Let's drop Duanebu. Okay. Or you can drop Obos Atentebeng.
Dianebu,
you have a boss at Entebeng.
Dianebu, Dianisio, Yakumbronia, Jane,
okay, let's go.
Entebeng.
Yes,
you know KNUST 2005, 2006, so I think 2010, 2011, 2012. It was part of our com skills. We learned and appreciated this song. I remember Mrs. Henrietta Aisen. She used to call me FM boy.
Oh, okay.
Hey, where is FM boy? Call him to
at that time
the
you
song.
were DJ X-Ray.
So we it's a good one. Obo until he started being a big man. Obo was delivering the goods in the entertainment field.
Let's listen to Duanebu.
Now he's big. He's a big man.
He's big.
Obo.
Duanebu.
Now Obo is concrete.
A sign of good living. Duanebu by Nkase.
Odone. Odone. The revolution will be televised.
I like this one.
Paracetamol. Any code ni na betu high. whiskey, vodka, and any tip any apetition. Before Kafungbe, there was a giant.
And you know,
and in Sushana, the Bible by oh, and one did it also by
Sape Pepe. So it means now we can listen to Achiame, Bre Bre. Akwesi.
Man like Rutai.
Akwesi.
Man like Rutai. So there was Rutai, there was Sonny Bali, there was Samini, there was Bandana, there was Shatarako, there was the late Ronnie Coaches, the Raga Dancehall Kings of Ghana, right? And later, Yogi Dogi. I didn't mention Yogi. Yogi Dogi. Yeah, and then
the Rhyme Millionaires.
Yes, and later, TikTok also did some raga, some Basta Rhymish raga. Yeah.
No, but for me, you see, the conversation we're having today, I mean, something that we just started talking about, is the fact that if people will research and direct, nobody's saying, look, I'm not going to pretend like, if you don't have to do Afrobeats, you have to. You have to do Afrobeats because that's the ish now. But while you're doing it, you have variations also. Okay, so all the research that we have been engaged in, let's fuse some of these into our music. If we're monitoring the genre properly, the space properly, would have known that there was no way you're going to sell Al-Qaeda.
Yeah, even the name, the brand.
Yes,
internationally.
How can you sell Al-Qaeda?
Yeah.
You go and say the music. This one is called Al-Qaeda.
Yeah.
How? And all of a sudden, Azonto, that was everywhere. We stopped. We did Al-Qaeda. In fact, even Dancehall King. Mm-hmm. If you watch the video, they were dancing Al-Qaeda.
Yeah.
What is wrong with us? Kojo, we need to go for a short break.
Yes.
Let's go for a short break.
We need to go for a short break.
And return.
Yes, and you can send us your messages 055 111 997 055 111 997. We've not forgotten about the food conversation. We are going to talk about food throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the year. Food is at the core of our existence. We are not taking our eyes off it. But once you feed the stomach, you feed the soul, right? And music is one of the things that drives that. So we'll go for a quick break. We'll be right back. We'll bring you more.
It's getting more exciting in the Activa Official Pep promo. Buy or renew your motor insurance from Activa from now till 30th April and stand the chance to win an attractive prize like a 75-inch TV, a double-door fridge, a 4-burner gas cooker, and other exciting prizes in our ongoing Official Pep promo. Dial *713*313# or visit any of our branches, agents, or brokers nationwide to buy or renew your motor insurance policy. This promo is approved and regulated by the National Lotteries Authority on the Caritas platform. Terms and conditions apply. Activa Insurance. Our clients, our passion.
LPG. I am from a jar and hotse. Nanso se eho beti amawa agise wo de adi dwuma yie. Ansa na wo beso wuja no. Hwea na hwe se mframaja ho nka biara enje ho. Se wote mframaja ho pampa na buebue apono ne mpoma no nyina eba ne saa a menso ana menum biara edi enyina mahoden eye adwuma. Dundum eja biara waso wo ho. Na frɛ onimdifo mano mmehwe ma wo. Fa semina nsuo gu mframaja tontruwa no ano. Se wo ehuro a natural se etue ampa ta ehwe se droban na etwe mframaja no hu ntue na ta sesa droban no acha preko mfie mienu biara echi hwe se abri biara wo be soja no wo be pa wo matches ansa na waso wo stove hwe se mframaja ne ho asode no adum abri biara wo mfandi dwuma biara nkratuo yi efri National Petroleum Authority aswe.
Unbelievable is yours to own with DSTV. Get unbelievable local entertainment with Shakai Lemba, Nigerian Idol, and Big Brother Niger.
Some forgettable nights.
Catch unbelievable sporting moments from the Premier League, La Liga, F1, and more.
Absolutely sensational.
Laugh along with unbelievable kids' edutainment like Paw Patrol. And experience unbelievable international shows like Law & Order and Lioness Special Ops.
Let's go!
Download the My DSTV app today and own the unbelievable.
Want to study abroad? I present to you Astolinks International. They give professional advice on study visas to the USA, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and other European nations. They also advise on visa applications, general travel, and other immigration services. Call them on 0537 152 118 or visit them at 4A Pawpaw Street in East Legon. For more information, check out astolinks.net. Astolinks, pathway for success.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kale Charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Kale Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kale Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I use Kale Charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I go bed safe. It make my teeth white when it comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, Sankofa, Yenchi.
Kel, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Electroland Ramadan promotion is here. Get unbeatable deals on top brands Samsung, TCL, Media, and Nasco. Get Nasco 166-liter top mount freezer at 3,999 Ghana cedis plus a free flask. Nasco tabletop freezer starting from 1,999 Ghana cedis plus a free flask. Nasco chest freezer at 3,899 Ghana cedis plus free Nasco deep fryer. Get our Media 198-liter chest freezer at a whooping discount from 5,249 Ghana cedis to 3,999 Ghana cedis. For 4,499 Ghana cedis, you can get a TCL bottom mount fridge plus free Nasco meat grinder. Get our Samsung top load washing machine at 6,499 Ghana cedis plus free Nasco deep fryer. Rush to our showrooms and authorized dealers across Ghana. Call 0503-159-739 for inquiries. Electroland, home of affordable luxury appliances and electronics.
Illuminati, Foot Soldiers, Execution Entertainment, the last two, Hammer, Kwame, Resident Madness.
Yes.
Semijai rap na obetin cheni obetikum keden pa.
Na rap is also Jaya na.
Onjaye.
That's yeah.
Ochamekame is still actively rapping and doing music.
Is he rapping?
Yeah, he's rapping.
Really?
He's rapping. He's a travel and tour agent. He's an education facilitator, and he sells boxes.
Ah, okay. Yeah. So he's doing more.
And I'm actually wearing his brand.
That we cannot confirm.
Okay, I forgot to do it.
I forgot what you are wearing. It's okay.
His brand,
no, you don't show us.
Okay. Sometimes you just have to support your
yes. I mean,
people,
you have to support your people. That's why I see.
It's love by OK.
Love equation.
Love equation by OK. Yes.
Is the reason I always would want to play Ghanaian songs. It's also part of the support.
Yeah.
So the first way of supporting them is to play their music. Okay, we just drop the sounds. We'll download it so that you get some more money. It's a way of making sure that you get some money. Except that you'd have to go, and some of the other ones you have to go to Gumroad. But let's get into the messages.
Yes.
But before we do that, on Friday 11th, Saturday 12th, and Sunday 13th. Riverman Productions, in partnership with Joy FM and the National Theatre, presents Uncle Ebo White's 60th original play titled The X Factor. So what defines your worth, Kojo? Is it money, love, or pride? Well, for twin brothers P and K, PK for short, it's a fortune, a mansion each, and over $1 million. For Viva, it's her dignity. For her fiancé, John, it's a tempting job offer. But for the formidable Mr. Adum, it's something far more extravagant. A luxurious world cruise aboard a custom yacht. I'd love that one too. With none other than Viva. Now he's on his own. His son's love interest by his side. As fortunes clash. What's it?
Mr. Adum.
Wow, your son's love interest.
Mr. Adum.
This one is witchcraft. Well, as fortunes clash and loyalties are tested, this high-stakes drama unravels ambitions in a battle where the ultimate prize isn't wealth, but the power to choose your own destiny. But I have a friend whose father asked his girlfriend for her number. And the girl gave the number to my friend's father. Then my friend is angry with the girl. Then the girl is asking me, Anansi, did I do anything wrong? I said, what did you do? He said the father asked me for the number, but he introduced me as his friend.
Is the father called Mr. Adum?
No. Then I said, oh boy, why you introduce the girl to your father as your friend? Say, I know the man. I know the man. Anyway, so shows this Friday 7 p.m. 1 show only, Saturday 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. 2 shows, Sunday 1 p.m. 4 p.m. 8 p.m. 3 shows. Rates 300 Ghana cedis, and you can get tickets at the regular outlets or via Koba short code *365 *535# or Roverman at rovermanproductions.com. For enquiries, patrons can contact 0596921960 or send a WhatsApp message to 0505 546030. Sponsors Koba, Gino Tomato Mix, Tilly's Tea, OCM Cereals, and communications partner M Notify and Logistic Movers. Buy your tickets for X Factor now. Riverman Productions, be the difference.
And if you are ready to drive innovation and take the next step in your career, apply for Ashesi University's master's programs, which combine world-class education with African relevance. Regardless of your career aspirations, an Ashesi's master's program equips you with the skills, ethics, and network to lead boldly. Applications are open for the 2025 cohorts. Learn more at ashesi.edu.gh. You said KOD sent you a message.
Yeah.
You know, I have a job for KOD.
Okay.
He needs to bring Prior together. If not for another album, just one concert. Just one Prior concert.
He's listening, and I'm sure he would answer that. But he also says that Nana Kwame played football, but not professionally.
Okay.
So KOD, Kojo says he has a job for you. Yes. Bring Prior together. He's
one
listening.
Album or just a concert.
Okay. I'm sure he's going to answer that.
Yeah.
But we all want a little more sleep before the alarm goes off. Like what happened to me today, because my lights were off, and so when I was enjoying my sleep,
go and talk to the moved people and get solar for your house. Every time my lights were off, meanwhile moved solar is there.
We'll go. I'll call them after the show. A little more time to finish that project, like I'm struggling right now, and a little more butter for your bread. Okay, Kojo, you would love that, because let's be honest, more is always better. Take my friend Nee, for example. When I caught up with him last week, I realized he's crafting a life of more with the Absa Ultimate Account. The Absa Ultimate Account isn't just a banking product for Nee, it's a chance to have more. ABSA Ultimate account gives you retrenchment insurance cover of up to 50,000, hospital cashback benefits, access to seamless digital solutions, travel insurance of 1 million, and over 30 other benefits on the account. What's more, of course, you do. You want more? Of course you do, because more is always better. Sign up for an Ultimate account today and get more. Your story matters. ABSA.
And Verna Natural Mineral Water has taken a bold step. They've removed the seals from the cap, and this is towards environmental sustainability. Now, to reduce plastic waste, Verna has modified the design of their 500 ml, 750 ml, and the 1.5 liter bottles by removing the cap seal, helping to minimize pollution and protect our planet. And that's not all. Verna bottles are made from BPA-free, eco-friendly plastic, ensuring your health and safety while delivering the same refreshing hydration you trust. Plus, the new lightweight design uses less plastic, making the bottles easier to compress and shrink for recycling. No seal, less waste, easy to compress and shrink for recycling. Less plastic, same great refreshment. Choose Verna and refresh with a purpose.
So KOD says Pryor and Wuta together for one last album and concert will be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
This would have been their 20th anniversary. By the way, Kwabena celebrates 20 years this year with a concert in August.
And I can't wait for that. Kwabena is somebody I love. And it's his last album, the Famisa album.
Mm-hmm.
Winston, you need to spend time to listen to the song. The title track is Famisa. Great song. He's got Focus with Trigmatic. He's got Awero with Adina. He's got EMP with Yao Tog and The Boys. He's got a song with Shatter. I've forgotten the title of the song. He's got one with D Black. And I think one of my favorites on that album is Afraid to Lose You, also on that album. And then he's got Sweetie.
Yeah, Kwabena is great. You know what I want to do now?
Yeah.
Let me get on to WhatsApp. Many of you have sent your messages on 055-1111-997. This one says, Charlie, you guys are doing great to the industry. The one who posted Osibisa took Ghana music far, but we watched them die. His statement has no basis. This is what the Ghanaian musicians are not considering. That's after making the hits. After all, as the shows, the wealth, the luxury, they don't invest back into the very industry. I don't want to mention names to make it as if I'm attacking anyone. That's Papa. I mean, I think what he meant is that, look, Osibisa at every point in time had new, younger ones joining.
Mm-hmm.
I've interviewed Wendell Richards, the other member, founding member of the group. And whenever he's been here, he was in Ghana, he had other people. I mean, after he came with Saul, and he came with other people. Besais played with them at some point in time. So I think what he's saying is that is a group that you can actually, the name itself, the name alone is good. And what we could have done is to get it going with younger ones getting inside. Anyway, getting into the group. Let me read more of your messages. Now this one says, loving this segment on today's Super Morning Show. These Hip Life records are gems, and we should be proud and throw the spotlight on them more. More of this, please. Okay, we'll drop more songs for you. Let me see. This one says, let me see the name. The name is from Mensa in Teshi, Kofi Mensa in Teshi Nungwa. Says, okay, let me go up a bit so I can just read the message. It says, let's stop this comparison with Nigeria and speak about the positives of Ghana music. Over the years, the Ghanaian music has been very innovative, bringing out new rhythms ever since. Talk about our original high life to Boga high life down to hip life. We innovate and Nigerians will always copy from us. And so shall it be forever. Let's highlight on the positives of the Ghanaian music. Talking about research into our music. It's available at Legon, Winneba and Co. You can speak positively about the innovative nature of the Ghanaian musicians and stop comparing our music with Nigerians who've done what? Who've dropped their juju music into the dustbin and are feeding on Ghana's music. High life lives forever. Kofi Mensa in Teshiningwa. So Kofi Mensa, the point I made when we started this conversation was the fact that I like Ghanaian music. And when I talked about high life, I talked about the fact that Afrobeats, the base of Afrobeats is high life. Except that today, Afrobeats has become a global music genre. And that is not in doubt. I have not at any point in time done a comparison between Ghana and Nigeria. But even if I were to do that, I would do that because today, what we started High Life, which became the base of Afrobeats, unfortunately, is not with us. Even when we tell the young ones they've done High Life, they dispute it. Okay? So, yes, and when I talked about research also, I talked about how we've done research and infused it into the music. So, there are two things. I can go and do the research and keep it on a shelf. And I can do the research and have it implemented. I'm talking about the implementation of our research. It's not just researching and keeping it on the shelf and that's the end of it. So that's what I actually meant. Yeah. So just by way of clarification. This one says, good morning, Win. In fact, I'm enjoying your analysis. It says, well, Winston, I'm enjoying it. You are very versatile. I'm learning from Kojo small. Hoping Odumase Kromo. As I said, hearing the authenticity of these beats makes me feel we threw a lot away. Yeah, you know, when you listen to these great songs of the past, sometimes you feel like, anyway, you are in a farm somewhere communing with nature. Ajiman Joseph says, good morning, SMS. This is a very important conversation you're having. In short, I think Sankofa will be the best option for us. Big up yourselves. Ajiman Joseph in Community 9, Jingo the Man. Okay, let's get back and do more of your messages. Let's go up. It's one that talks about Kofi. Okay, so this one says, Winston, don't forget the Kofi by Kofi Kinata. It also has the Adwa beat. But do you have that one? Let's listen to Kofi by Kinata. I mean, his last album, the Kofi album. Is it an Antiama song? Okay, so drop it and let's see. That's Kenata with Antiama.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Kofi Kinata should seriously add the comedy to his act. Like he should have a full show. Right? 30% music, 70% comedy. Because I think God has blessed him with that as well, and he needs to develop that.
And in the past also, part of when we have this conversation about music and all, and when we have the conversation about the death of live performances, we've talked about what the military era did to our music. But one of the things we've not talked about also is the fact that in those days, music, these performances had comedy attached to it.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just you performing. So you had a whole band, and the band had, a comedian and all of that, attached to it.
Just
So
like
your
we saw
performance,
concert party. And
it
all
was.
those things.
It was more like a cantata. Performances also. Marley Nanegbe says, Winston, I support Kwabi Sowu's question. We definitely need music schools or schools for the arts. At Tedio says, all over the weekend, Jidu Bliambole revealed that Osajifo Kwame Nkrumah offered musicians at the time residents in UK scholarship to attend music school and to be able to teach those back home when they return. Deliberately, we need to go back to efforts of this kind to make it big. And, talking about these efforts, for instance, and the conversation, the point that Kwame Sowu made earlier, I just would want to. So he talks about the fact that the Glasgow School of Art is one of the most prestigious fine art and design schools in the world, offering programs such as BA in silversmithing, jewelry design, a multi-billion industry. For a country like ours, rich in gold and diamonds, if we cannot offer such courses on our own, in our own colleges, shouldn't we prioritize scholarships for young people to study these courses abroad?
I think there are some schools here that offer those courses. If you go to K University,
you can get that.
The former, I don't know if it's been rebranded, but Integrated Art and Industry offered those courses. So at the College of Arts, there comes design people doing design stuff. There were the publishing people. There were the Integrated Rural Art and Industry people who were doing that. So, and I knew a few of them who were into all those things.
Now, Kwame Jr. from Tinkong says, I love how you differentiate between meat pie and air pie. My super morning show is teaching me all. And I talked about Paku Finyaku.
Yes.
That he was going to get to me with CK Man's album. He says, nice conversation, keep going, high life. The roots will always remain with us. It could have many branches, but the tree will always remain. Kinata does Antama in Abatampa, which others call Adua, 6'8". So this one, that's from the Dean of the High Life Faculty.
I'm looking at one of my collections, popular music from palm wine music to dance band High Life, between the 1931s and 1957, with acts like E.K. Anand's band, OB's band, Mexico Rhythm Band, Kojo Seidu's band, H.K. Williams, Jack's guitar band. In fact, Jack's guitar band has a song, Kumasi Idi. Idi, Kumasi Idi. Then the horns will come, pam, 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 pam. Yaofori singing band, Osu Selected Union, Black Beat, Star Rockets, Presby Chess singing band, Seed There singing band, Ekropon singing band. Lots and lots of acts. And it comes back to the point you made about how we are immortalizing some of these acts and how we are putting all these things together. We need well-resourced music schools, number one, because in the schools we learn more of the history and we do more of the research. We need a proper music library as well.
Yeah, and I've just seen something.
Museum in this country.
I've just seen something. The secondary schools are bringing back the school bands.
The Cape Coast schools.
Cape Coast schools.
For that matter. I saw them over the weekend.
I've seen St. Augustine's College. I've seen Agri Memorial. Now, that is something that should... it should be in all our secondary schools.
They had an event at the Cape Coast Stadium. Almost all the schools, Apam Senior High School, Fancyman Girls. Look, and the performances were on point. The performances were on point.
Let me read some of the messages. There's one here that is asking what about Raymond Aqua. Bring that message. I want to... Okay, there's one that is asking, when are you guys going to inform us of Raymond's exit from the show? Okay, you were complaining that you didn't know where the vice president was. For us as listeners, he's also a public servant, and we deserve to know why he's not on the show and where he is now. Oh, okay. Sorry about that, if we have not informed you. You didn't add your name, so I can't address you by your name. But Raymond, yes, he's moved on. He's left the Super Morning Show. So Stephen in East Legon, sorry if we didn't inform you, but would have informed you. But yes, Raymond has left the show. So if you asked about Raymond, that's it. Okay, thank you. Very much. Nanama from Accra Central says, I support the idea of a prior concert. I'm going to be there.
You want that
one? You want that performance?
See the three boys on stage performing that song. So prior, Wuta, 4x4, original VIP. Not the VVIP, not the ones who started eating wachi and doing skolo. We need the original VVIP.
Kojo,
in Kase,
Doctor
Abomofo, Akasa Chema, Achiami.
Oh, Charlie. Squad Abako. Kojo, Dr. Cynthia Tego has given you a name.
What?
She says, hey, ancestor 1 and 2. Since I am older than you, you'll be ancestor 2. or you want ancestor 1.
What's her name? Cynthia Tego.
Dr. Cynthia Tego.
Is she related to the Tego sisters?
I have no idea.
Or Theophilus Tego?
I think she's at the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research. I'm not sure.
I think all Tegos are related.
I don't know whether she's related to Castro.
Yes.
Castro is Tego too.
Yes. That's why.
That's Theophilus Tego. Yes.
Charlie, Tego sisters, their last album too wasn't bad though. The last album wasn't bad. They should push it.
But Fui Jude, Kojo says, maybe we need a high life board. As in gold board.
Cocoa board. Cocoa board. Gold board. High life board.
We don't need any board. We don't need any board. If there's one thing we have shown, we're not good with that.
High life board.
We are never good with these boards.
But one thing we can also do is strategically naming infrastructure after some of these legends. There is Jerry Hansen Street in Dansuman. In fact, Papa Yankson used to live around the Jerry Hansen Street.
CK Man Road, CK Man Street at CK Man Road at Takrady.
Yeah, but what I think we need to have are to have proper boulevards named after these people, not the corner roads, which are sometimes untarred, named after legends who gave us years of excellence. Right. Yeah. Because look at our routes. Almost all our major routes are named after politicians.
And then we have named some of them Popo Street, and I don't know the significance.
The Popo there we like.
No, I don't know. I don't know the significance of Orange and those things.
The East Legon naming it.
You name street Orange
Popo
Street.
Orange Street.
What's that?
You don't like Popo?
I haven't said I don't.
You don't like oranges?
I like them, but we can change those names.
We're going to talk about food before we got into this.
Yes,
and you don't like the Popo Street, Mango Street?
Maybe okra. Well, we need to go for some few messages from our partners. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Every mosquito starting run away. Oh, come on, tonton preko. Saso, me se come tonton preko. Oh, come on, tonton preko. Saso, come tonton preko. Nani sham ne die demo stronko.
This advert is FDA approved.
With only 24 hours to pay his huge debt, a public servant runs into hiding in an abandoned house. But the abandoned house is more than an abandoned house.
Anyone here? This place looks dusty. Can anyone hear me, please? Mouse!
Scribe Productions, in partnership with Joy FM, presents Kobna Answer's heart-pounding one-man original musical, The Saint in the Devil's Shoes. Date: Easter Friday, April 18th and Easter Saturday, April 19th at the National Theatre. Time is 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. each day. Rate is a cool 150 Ghana cedis. Dial *714*003*9# to grab yours now. Hotline 054-609-8082. The Saint in the Devil's Shoes. The devil you know is better than the devil you don't know.
Yes, join us today, Tuesday, 8th April 2025, for the live screening of the Champions League quarterfinal match between Arsenal and Real Madrid, live from 6 p.m. at the Hits FM car park, Kokomlemle here in Accra. See you there!
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical seller shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
As a busy professional, I struggled with back and neck strain from long hours at my desk. To improve my focus, productivity, and well-being, I sought expert advice from the CEO of Expert Office Furnish.
After being in the furniture business for 25 years, I can tell you 2 things that causes back pain in the workspace: bad sitting posture and not sitting on a good chair. I recommend to you the Genedia Beeper chair, the chair that helps you to sit right. When you don't sit right, it beeps for you to be able to sit right. The next will be the Enjoy chair. It takes every body shape and size. Buy a chair that will support your back and give you that comfort to be able to deliver on your job.
Expert Office Furnish offers modern furniture for comfort, productivity, and style. From seating to customized solutions, plus interior decoration services, they've got it all. Find them off the Atomic Hills Estate Road in Ashonman or call 0571 386602 on Facebook and Instagram at Expert Office Furnish.
Kids, no running. They grow up so fast.
Come here, guys. Who wants to watch their favorite show on GoTV?
Your family's favorite moments are made better with GoTV's shows. We've got loads of local, international, and kids channels, and all the football you need from the comfort of your home.
You can also watch your favorite shows wherever you are with GoTV Stream. Stick with GoTV and let's go together. GoTV. Love it.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
song.
Yeah.
By Kiddy, Mr. Drew, Kofi Jama.
And who else?
Yeah, Kiddy, Mr. Drew, Kofi. Just the three of them.
I know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish people could hear the conversations off air.
Yeah. And the band, I think the band that did this work was Patch Bay or something. Philip and the team.
Yeah. It was a good performance. My auntie
Sun Trophy, right? Sun Trophy, yes.
My auntie Julian Atiase says, I'm smiling in my kitchen hearing these old songs we enjoyed in our youth. Wow, really nice. I'm just smiling. But Nashika has sent us a message. Let me look at Nashika's message because I see that people have it says, Winston, how about Mama V? Is it like Raymond is no more at multimedia? Okay, so Nashika had answered the Raymond bit earlier. I said, yes, Raymond has moved on. So he's no longer with us here at the multimedia group. Mama V has also moved on and is no longer with us here at the multimedia group. So that's just by way of information. Thank you, all of you, for your questions. But this morning, Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices, is introducing an online store for your shopping convenience, which means you can now shop by simply logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of their branches. It's hassle-free, and they would arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time. They offer free delivery within Accra and Tema and accept payment via Momo across all networks. Terms and conditions that apply at Kingdom. Quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
And if you are looking for a smarter and more convenient way to stay connected, get an eSIM from MTN. You don't have to carry multiple phones around because of the with the eSIM you can just have multiple numbers on one phone. Just dial *#06# to check your phone's eligibility. Download my MTN app or visit the MTN website to request for your eSIM. You can also visit any of their service centers nationwide to get easy hands-on assistance. Go seamless with MTN eSIM for convenience and seamless connectivity. So what are you doing today? Go get it. And if you want to upgrade your office space, call the experts. If you want a healthy chair that takes care of your spine, call Expert Office Furnish Company Limited for your ergonomic swivel chairs today. The ergonomic swivel chairs have intelligent seats, cushion with dynamic bionic spine pressure relief design. Yes, so the under 30s who have back pain and spine problems, talk to the Office Furnish Company Limited. They also have the dynamic smart motion back support technology, which is equipped with double wings to support your body as you work. And they have executive desks, cabinet, conference, and all office furniture that suits your budget. Locate them at Atomic Hills Estate on the Asori Junction near ASI Plaza at Ashongman Estate. Call them on 057-138-6600, 0244-280-532. Find them on Facebook, Expert Office Furnish GH, Instagram, Expert Office Furnish, and X at Expert Furnish. And their website is expertofficefurnish.com. Expert Office Furnish, your health, your wealth.
Okay, now, are you a graduate from the University, Polytechnic, College of Education, Nursing and Midwifery College, or you've completed SHS and looking for the opportunity to study your dream course abroad? Well, you can study in Australia, Canada, UK, US, Ireland, New Zealand, and many more. These countries have an excellent reputation in teaching and research, and you can work part-time to support your studies and get up to 4 years post-study work visa when you've completed successfully. Application for September 2025 is ongoing. Contact Astolinks to get information about admission, scholarship, as well as how to secure your study visa. Astolinks is located at 4A Pawpaw Street, East Legon. Call them on 0265 341070. Visit them on their websites, astolinks.net. Astolinks, pathway for success. Okay. It's 5 minutes to 10, eh?
Yes, it's 5 minutes to 10. We've received the Ghana Agric Facts and Figures for 2022 and the draft for 2023. So we'll have something to chew on in the coming days.
We'll talk more about food.
Yes, we couldn't bring you the full food conversation, but we'll surely do that. As Auntie Atiasi is in the kitchen, we know she's cooking and she wants to know how she can sustain that activity going forward. We'll do that in the coming days.
Great. On behalf of the team, thank you so much for joining us this morning. My name is Winston Amoah.
Yehovah, Charlie, what happened? We are leaving you with prayer. My name is Kojo Akoto Boateng.
Have a lovely day.